We know you're uncertain about psychics. Is this fortune teller you found on a forum legit?
Your one true love is...
me!
That's why California Psychics reject 98% of the psychics who apply to work with us. We guarantee if your reading isn't life-changing, it's free. New customers receive 20 minutes for just $20. So experience the joy of certainty at CaliforniaPsychics.com. Experience the joy of certainty. California Psychics.
Hold up, we got one play. Everything we work for comes down to this.
Quick question. Speaking of workouts, how would you rate your athletic program?
Bro, we're in the middle of the state championship.
Oh, so like a B+ then?
Dude, get out of our huddle!
Well, at Homes.com, we leave it all on the field to get you detailed information on local schools.
Off the field!
Off the field. Copy. All right, go sports.
How'd he even get in here?
Homes.com. We've done your homework.
Your cold is coming! Your cold is coming! The cold season is upon us!
Oh no, I can't afford to get sick now.
When it's cold season and you feel the first sign of one coming, shorten it with Zicam, the #1 cold shortening brand.
Thanks, Revere.
We really need to keep Zicam on hand.
Shorten your cold with Zicam.
Shorten your cold at the first sign with cold shortening products from Zicam, the #1 cold shortening brand. Available in stores or see where to buy at Zicam.com.
And now, here's the question.
Hola, bitches. Good day to you and yours. All right, nobody likes to be stereotyped, right? Nobody wants people making a judgment on them based on some, quote, oversimplified beliefs or images of a particular group of people. Whether it's by race, religion, political affiliation, age, appearance, hobbies, profession, gender, basically, you name it, there's a stereotype about it. And depending who you are, you either find stereotypes incredibly frustrating or, more frustratingly, you find them remarkably accurate. Now, one of the many stereotypes about being a guy is that we just don't listen, right? You know, we tune out loved ones no matter what you're saying. We just don't care. We don't pay attention. Well, guess what? To that end, researchers discovered that domestic cats, they have to meow at men 3 times more than they do at women just to get a response. Just for us to turn around and acknowledge the cat, it takes them over 4 meows just for us to turn around and say, oh, hey, buddy. When it comes to the ladies, they meow once, and a woman's like, hey, baby, and meow back. Maybe there's some truth to that. What can one say? But on that note, we do have a list of, basically confessions from working folk who admit that they are the stereotype of their profession. All right, so we will hear from cashiers. Whatever you might think of them, it's true, but worse than you think. IT support, bartenders, engineers, they've all come clean to corroborate what you already believe to be true about them, because that's the thing about stereotypes. They didn't start out of nowhere. There's somebody that perpetuates it for better or worse. But why just stop at your job? And that's what today's question is all about. Brought to you by our friends at Advanced Hair Restoration. We want to know, look, sex, race, religion, occupation, what do you do that perfectly fits your stereotype?
To be a part of the big show, call 206-803-ROCK. Like the Men's Room on Facebook, follow us on X and Instagram at Men's Room Live. Send your emails to the Men's Room at KISW.com, and now watch the show live on YouTube at KISW Rock.
Hold up, we got one play. Everything we work for comes down to this.
Quick question. Speaking of workouts, how would you rate your athletic program?
Bro, we're in the middle of the state championship.
Oh, so like a B+ then?
Dude, get out of our huddle!
Well, at Homes.com, we leave it all on the field to get you detailed information on local schools.
Off the field!
Off the field. Copy. All right, go sports.
How'd he even get in here?
Homes.com. We've done your homework.
Your cold is coming! Your cold is coming! The cold season is upon us!
Oh no, I can't afford to get sick now.
When it's cold season and you feel the first sign of one coming, shorten it with Zicam, the #1 cold shortening brand.
Thanks, Revere. We really need to keep Zicam on hand.
Shorten your cold with Zicam.
Shorten your cold at the first sign with cold shortening products from Zicam, the #1 cold shortening brand. Available in stores or see where to buy at Zicam.com.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive. Most of you aren't just listening right now. You're driving, cleaning, and even exercising. But what if you could be saving money by switching to Progressive? Drivers who save by switching save nearly $750 on average. And auto customers qualify for an average of 7 discounts. Multitask right now. Quote today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $744 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2022 and May 2023. Potential savings will vary. Discounts not available in all states and situations.
Is your business ready for what's next? Think about where you want to be in 3 years, 5 years, 10. Growth isn't about numbers. It's having the right specialist by your side. Moss Adams and Baker Tilly have joined forces to create a remarkable new organization. It's one advisory firm with resources, expertise, and vision built specifically to serve the middle market to help you get to what's next. Learn how Baker Tilly can help your business pursue its vision of success. Visit bakertilly.com/combo.
This podcast is brought to you by Kleenex Lotion Tissues. You can't predict sick days, but with Kleenex Lotion Tissues, you can be better prepared for them while helping keep your skin healthy. Whether it's a surprise sneeze or a stuffy nose, it's always good to have something gentle on hand. Kleenex Lotion Tissues moisturize to help prevent skin irritation while you're battling those unwanted cold and flu symptoms. It's extra care when you need it most. I mean, why not have one less thing to worry about when you're not feeling your best? For whatever happens next, grab Kleenex.
You're listening to The Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
All of it, all away we go. Welcome to the 20th anniversary season, episode number 4,445. What a large and in charge program we have for you today. Guaranteed future repeat, the exciting return of Who Sucks Less. Steve, I don't know how you do it each and every week. You bring us stories in the news of people doing some messed up stuff.
Yeah.
And then we pit them up against each other. And it's up to us to determine out of those three stories which one sucks the least. Is there a theme to the last Who Sucks Less of the year?
Inadvertently, kind of the medical world.
Medical world.
Yeah, people need the drugs. Maybe you don't take them. If you're going to bill people, maybe don't stash the money. Or if someone needs life-giving care, maybe you let them have it.
Okay.
That's all.
That's it. Don't charge them crazy amounts of money out of pocket for a take-home test.
Yeah, no kidding, right?
That's exactly it. Yes. Let's hear a couple programming notes as we wrap up the year here.
Whoa, wrap up the year.
We're going to wrap up the year. We've got
the year wrap up.
Tomorrow is our final big dummy of the year.
That's correct.
It's also Coats for Kids Day.
That is also correct.
Do us a favor and head to KISW.com and please, if you can, give $25 for a child in Washington State that needs a coat. It is cold out there today.
Yes, it is.
And the coats are made in America, and they're $25 a piece. Please give what you can. The goal is to put a brand new coat on 2,500 kids here in the area.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully we can get that done before the end of the year. We want to hit that number tomorrow.
That would be great.
Now, obviously, if we can make 3,000 kids happy, that would be awesome as well. You got to keep in mind, man, kids grow. Yeah. So they might have had a coat last year. It probably does not fit them in a couple of years.
Gary Coleman's turned in his grave. Tell him to shut up.
Yeah, well, I mean, like shoes, coats, all these things, man. Kids are tough on clothes anyway, and then they grow at the same time. So kids need a new winter coat just about every year. So we're going to try to make that happen. So if you can, please give what you can now at KISW.com. And then tomorrow, the big push, as we're going to try to get this number by 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. That is our goal. We want to be done by the shot of the day.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then we want to be sure that we hit that number. So please.
It'd be a great thing to toast.
Yes, it would be. That's kind of what we're thinking.
Mm-hmm.
The shot of the day would be that would be awesome if we could just make that nut by then. So please give what you can now at KISW.com. Friday is our end of year spectacular. Mike, any insights into anything that we can expect for our final 20th anniversary season show?
Absolutely. A lot of awards will be given that day to the various callers and segments and little bits that we have done, things that we've forgotten that we have achieved throughout the entirety of the year. We have a lot of people that are on for a caller of the year, a lot of segments that are up for segment of the year, a handful of stories that we might not have heard from over the years, some stories that you have heard from over the years. We'll also, of course, dip into the vault of some of the greatest moments in men's room history that we like to revisit around this time each and every year.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, we did a great job just finishing the year with the Unwrapped holiday show.
That was great.
That was awesome. We've had a great year celebrating 20 years with you. Lucky enough, man, that we got a chance to partner with Black Raven a few years back. We have a 20th anniversary lager out, and word on the street is it's selling so well. Might be one of those things that just keeps going.
Yeah. I hope so.
It's like Pabst Blue Ribbon. Maybe they won a blue ribbon, maybe they didn't. But whatever it was, they've kept that ribbon now for over 100 years. So
they didn't.
Well, yeah.
Did they not win it, or was the ribbon more like a participation ribbon?
No. They just threw it on. The World's Fair was coming up, and showing animals was very big, and you won a blue ribbon.
Okay.
So they just threw it on there. Guinness won that year.
Oh, really?
But
Guinness won.
Yeah.
So they should be really the blue ribbon beer.
But to Pap's credit, Miles is right. We still think of it like, oh, yeah, they must have won.
They won a blue ribbon.
You'd have to be a nerd like me to know they didn't.
But 100 years
you
ago.
just ruined it for everyone.
Yeah.
Like, wait, what? I'm not going to drink it now.
Yeah.
Hey, it's still a great American beer.
No, absolutely.
It's not the men's room porter, but it's great.
But honestly, anytime I've had a Pabst, I'm like, I cannot believe they won a blue ribbon. The good news, they didn't.
They didn't.
All right, so that justifies my taste buds.
And over the break, if you're having some friends over, or whatever, do us a favor, man. Grab a six-pack if you haven't tried it yet of Men's Room IPA from Black Raven, or if you find it on tap, the Men's Room Ola Days Holiday Porter, which is out there as well. The 20th anniversary lager is out there. Our Uli's famous sausage Men's Room beer brats.
Mm-hmm.
They are out there, and they're fantastic to grill up. And, of course, Men's Room Roasted Red Salsa from San Juan Salsa Company. And you're helping out our friends at the 3 Fisher House locations.
That's right.
So if you would like to do some good and help us out, help out the Fisher House.
Be gluttonous.
Yeah, think about those products, when you're out there shopping and doing your thing over the holiday season. Okay, today we're going to talk about stereotypes. They come in all shapes and sizes, whether it's a sexual stereotype that you fall into, whether it's race, whether it's religion, could be occupation, could be where you live and where you grew up. I can.
You're from West Virginia.
I'm from West Virginia.
But there's no stereotypes.
Well, there's a ton of
cousin
them.
effing.
The only one that I really don't subscribe to is
toothless, drunk
that's
ass
the one.
cousin effing.
My teeth are okay.
Yeah, you got good teeth.
Shockingly enough, that's one thing that I don't fall into. But
you also said the only reason you didn't sleep with the cousin when you could have is just because the stereotypes aren't there.
Yes, exactly.
If you were from,
we were not blood related.
If you were from Ohio,
this was a cousin by marriage and a distant cousin by marriage.
But the only reason you didn't is because you're from West Virginia. Had you been in Ohio, you'd have been like, let's do this.
Yeah, but I can't fall into the stereotype. I mean, I get home, the first thing I do is I take my socks and my shoes off, and I'm barefoot.
Right.
All right. I'm drinking a Mountain Dew right now. That's basically what fuels, the entire state of West Virginia. More Mountain Dew is sold in I think more is sold in Texas, but by volume on population.
Like per capita?
Yeah. West Virginia leads the nation. Now, I'll be sitting here drinking a Mountain Dew. You're drinking an orange soda.
Almost every day. I'm drinking a Coke now, but make no mistake, I had a Fanta early.
Right.
And I like orange soda, and I like fried chicken, but I hate to do it in public, just like you won't after your cousin. It's like, look, man, I don't want to do this. You just get the knowing looks from people like,
and even I used to have a buddy. Not only would he not eat fried chicken or wings in public, if I was in the room, he wouldn't eat it. Just because he was like, I'm not eating fried chicken off the bone in front of a white guy.
Well, that's ridiculous. Yeah, I mean,
but wings are
some are fine.
He stuck to it.
But some are fine, though.
I mean, like, wings are universal, right? But fried chicken's different. Like, going to KFC is different than going to Wingstop. So if my ass goes to KFC or Ezel's or Heaven Sent, like,
Well, growing up in West Virginia, I love fried chicken. I mean, 90% of the time I go to breakfast.
Everyone I know likes fried chicken.
I go and get biscuits and gravy.
I just get hit with the stereotype. I'm like, everyone's eating goddamn fried chicken.
Because West Virginia, if you go to a restaurant in West Virginia, they don't even offer like an English muffin or toast.
Right.
Why waste the bread? They know you're going to get a biscuit.
Biscuit, of course.
That's basically all you eat if you're having a bread product with your breakfast in the morning. And I just can't. I can't shake it, man. I've stuck. Nothing tastes better to me.
But that's true in the South. If you go all through the South, you're getting a biscuit. You would have to ask for toast.
My dad eats grits every morning. He lives in Florida.
Yeah,
he lives in a trailer. He's perfectly fits his stereotype. He drinks whiskey. He has grits in the morning.
Right.
Sometimes shrimp on top, and
if you do it right.
Yeah. I mean, he is Florida man.
I grew up in Maryland. I have never, ever, a time in my life lived somewhere and not had Old Bay in my home.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that is or a Maryland flag representation.
You take it to restaurants.
I have.
See, that's the difference.
That's how the bartender at the Crab Pot knows me. He's like, "You're the guy that brings in your whole Old Bay."
But do you give it to the chef so he can sprinkle? Because he won't know how much to put on there.
Oh no! I just like to dip my crabs in it.
Okay, but you take it to the restaurant. See,
correct.
I have Old Bay in my house. I would never think to myself, I'm going to put this in my pocket.
But you're not from Maryland.
If I'm, going over to Salty's for, brunch.
The only time it got me in trouble was on a date. What was I forget? Anthony. She used to do those crab feeds on Sunday night.
Sure.
I hadn't lived here this long. Didn't realize Anthony's a little nicer. I pre-called and I said, "Do you have Old Bay?" She said no. So I brought some, and then the girl I was with, she was like, and I just brought it in a little Ziploc like drugs.
Oh, yeah.
She was like, "Are you really going to use that?" I was like, "Yeah."
Absolutely. And if you go to your house, you have a Maryland flag anywhere that's visible in your home.
I have one framed above my couch.
Okay, see, this is what Maryland people do.
Yep.
They love the flag so much. Like the colors of the University of Maryland basically represent the flag.
Correct.
Of the state of Maryland. And if you know somebody from Maryland, inevitably, they have this print of the flag somewhere in their home.
I got it all over my house.
Yeah, shirts.
It's not quite the flag, but it'll be in the shape of the crab. right? And then there's a
Exactly.
Maryland flag, which is about as sad as it gets. But I can't explain it. But if you were from Maryland, there's something about that flag. Like, and keep in mind, it's a loud, crazy, weird, ugly ass flag. But if you're from Maryland, man, you will rock.
But no
that
other
thing.
state does that.
No,
I mean, like our flag in
Texas
Washington State is green.
That's not
you would
flag.
never think to put that on a college football team's uniform or
No.
anything like that. In Maryland, they do. Like you see that thing everywhere you go.
Everywhere.
And there's a
If you went to a funeral, it's not odd that somebody be wearing a state flag tie at the
Guaranteed.
Yeah, or
Guaranteed.
a jacket, or whatever the hell they're wearing.
Yeah.
The inside of the coffin might be draped with the flag material.
We were the only state, the Calvert family told the English. They said, we're keeping the family coat of arms.
Yep.
Is that what it is?
Yeah,
That explains
so that's
the
why
appearance.
our flag looks so much different. The Maryland flag, it looks like an old English flag. It's basically that family was just like, F you. We're going to stay here, and we're keeping the flag.
And the thing is, it's adored by anyone who's a Maryland resident.
Yeah.
But everyone else thinks, what is this? This is one of the ugliest things I've ever seen in my life.
Absolutely. If you don't know what it is, it's jarring.
Yo, yeah.
I mean,
it's
that's
obnoxious.
Right.
It really freaking. It's kind of like when horse jockeys, like their pants are always absolutely stupid. It's basically that, right?
Correct.
But if you're from there, it's like, hey man, it means everything. Can't explain it.
Yeah. I mean, if you've listened to this program for the last 20 years, if someone is from California, they will tell us that in the first two sentences on any topic.
And it doesn't have to have anything to do with the story.
It has nothing to do with it, but it's just the first thing that comes out of someone's mouth. Texas is the same way, but in a different way.
But Texas wants you to know because Texas is proud of Texas, right? That's
Right.
universally
Yeah.
abundant with Texas. But California, it's like, look, we simply said, how was your day? I'm having a pretty good day today. Reminds me when I was in the Bay Area. Like, dude, this has
That's all.
nothing to
Yeah,
do
right.
with California. But they will absolutely let
And
you know.
if people are from Texas, they'll let you know they're trying to get back to Texas.
Always.
That's one of those universal things. Well, I'm up here for a while, but eventually I'll make it back.
Yeah,
to
it's about
Texas.
Texas, yeah.
Texas
I
again.
mean, honestly, the first answer we got on X was great. This guy goes, I'm from Kansas City, but I'm Mexican heritage, so I'm a Raiders fan.
Okay.
Well, I was like, fair shout.
They're one of the biggest fan bases in Mexico.
Yeah.
The Ravens do pretty well, but the Raiders do really well.
Nobody touches the Raiders, man. Even when we went to the Vegas game, I'm in Las Vegas, right? So you just think, like, whatever ethnicity, I swear to God, 95% of the guys that are rocking Raiders gear, it's like, all right, you're of Latin descent. Like, that's kind of a thing, man. That's the stamp of, because I was looking down to my wife, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, you would think we're at the Mexico City game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right? Honestly, I'm like, there might be more people of Mexican descent at this Vegas game in Las Vegas than if we went to freaking Mexico City to actually see the game.
Right. It could be doing whatever your hobby is. For a while there, I was running. And when you get to that finish line, no matter if you do a 5K, Ted, I don't know if you were witness to this because it was more of a shorter race, but people who run just talk about running all the time. For whatever reason, if you are a runner, you talk about running all the time. And there's more stereotypes that fit into that. Now, when I was doing those half marathons, most of those races were actual marathons. So you've got two groups of people. You got somebody doing it half, and somebody who's doing it the whole deal. And we were in the tunnel coming back, and I was doing the half marathon, and a guy in front of me collapsed. I don't know if he had a seizure. I don't know what happened, but it was a definitive medical emergency. He was shaking. His eyes were rolling back into his head. I stopped. I looked at him. I'm like, oh, man, this guy is having a hard time. But we're also in a tunnel, and it's dark. And there's two lanes. There's one for the half marathon, and there's one for the marathon. And we need a doctor. And, I mean, you can hear my voice screaming in the tunnel. We need a doctor. I jumped into the marathon line and put my hands out and said, we need a doctor.
They're like 80% of them stuff.
The first guy who was coming up to me was a doctor. Yeah. I mean, and if you know anything about doctors, they are highly driven individuals. They have in their entire lives, but they run marathons.
Yep.
They do. And you cannot believe the percentage of, it's your doctor. He's health conscious, but
you would hope so.
These guys are incredibly competitive, and they'll go and run races. They'll try to qualify for the Boston Marathon or New York City Marathon or whatever the hell they're doing. But man, as far as hobbies go and doctors go, if it has anything to do with exercise, most of them are runners and long distance runners. And the first guy stopped, and he started giving them aid. By that point in time, a golf cart had come up, so there was more people on the way. So I was like, all right, I've killed my 5 minutes. I'm going to start back up and keep running. There's nothing I can do here. But it was I could not believe it was the first dude. It was the first.
Well, and they're the only group. Granted, I respect people that run marathons, but they're the only group that put the bumper stickers up and stuff
to let you know that they've done it.
Right, gym bros don't generally put I max out at 400.
Right. You don't see that.
Right? I don't say I once boxed in front of 2,500 people on a bumper sticker.
Right.
But runners, it's important that we know. It's important that we know. And it's not like, look, I get if you put your honor roll crap up there for your kid. You're proud of your kid. You want your kid to feel good about themselves. Runners are like, oh, no, this is about me.
Mm-hmm.
This is about me. I want you to, and because you're not going to ask, but I really want to talk about this. So if I put the bumper sticker there, maybe there's a chance you'll ask me about it. And I promise you, I won't.
Well, I mean, this year alone, the one that's bothered me, I can't put my finger on it yet. There's got to be something to this. But I know for a fact that most people who have new driver, student driver, be patient, they're not 16 years old.
They're everywhere.
That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to figure out the
people are
correlation.
just putting the stickers on the car. Because, again, like you said, I'll look in the car and I'm like, this woman's 45 years old. That does not mean that she's not a new driver, but I find it highly unlikely. Either Washington State has the much older new drivers than anywhere else in the country, or you're lying to our ass. And I know maybe you share the car. I get it.
Well, if it's a 16-year-old beater car, I understand it. I've seen these things on Volvos. I've seen them on Teslas. I've seen them
on a
on
Mercedes.
I've seen them on undercover cop car.
BMW.
Yeah, exactly. You're not a new driver. You're a cop.
I mean, how are you a new driver, and that's a 5 Series BMW?
Yeah,
come on. I mean, what is going on there? So our question, sex, race, religion, or occupation. What do you do that perfectly fits your stereotype? 206-803.
With a detailed agent directory you won't find anywhere else, Homes.com is the only place to find the in-depth info home shoppers want. Very in-depth info. Looking for a listing agent's contact info? We've got it. The agent with the most sales in your price range? Easy. Specialized agents with all the up-to-date info on your dream neighborhood? We'll know them. A Pisces who enjoys long walks on the beach? You've got other sites for that. Homes.com. We've done your homework.
Your cold is coming! Your cold is coming! The cold season is upon us!
Oh no, I can't afford to get sick now.
When it's cold season and you feel the first sign of one coming, shorten it with Zicam, the #1 cold shortening brand.
Thanks, Revere.
We really need to keep Zicam on hand.
Shorten your cold with Zicam.
Shorten your cold at the first sign with cold shortening products from Zicam, the #1 cold shortening brand. Available in stores or see where to buy at Zicam.com.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Is your business ready for what's next? Think about where you want to be in 3 years, 5 years, 10. Growth isn't about numbers. It's having the right specialist by your side. Moss Adams and Baker Tilly have joined forces to create a remarkable new organization. It's one advisory firm with resources, expertise, and vision built specifically to serve the middle market to help you get to what's next. Learn how Baker Tilly can help your business pursue its vision of success. Visit bakertilly.com/combo.
This podcast is brought to you by Kleenex Lotion Tissues. You can't predict sick days, but with Kleenex Lotion Tissues, you can be better prepared for them while helping keep your skin healthy. Whether it's a surprise sneeze or a stuffy nose, it's always good to have something gentle on hand. Kleenex Lotion Tissues moisturize to help prevent skin irritation while you're battling those unwanted cold and flu symptoms. It's extra care when you need it most. I mean, why not have one less thing to worry about when you're not feeling your best? For whatever happens next, grab Kleenex.
3 Rock.
From the Pinky's Plumbing Studio, you're in the men's room. Text the guys at 206-803-ROCK.
All right, talking about tomorrow being Coach for Kids Day. Check this out. So Richard Minahan just gave $169.
Nice.
Oh, it's Dick.
Gave 25.
Oh, yeah.
Kane Lynn, $511.
Wow.
That is a lot of jackets. $25 puts a brand new coat on a kid in need. We are halfway to our goal right now.
Yeah.
So we've got 1,250 kids in coats. We want to double that. Get 2,500 by tomorrow. So that is the goal. Please donate now at KISW.com.
Tomorrow at 5.
Tomorrow at 5, we need to get that
5
done.
o'clock, yes.
That's the idea. We want to drink a toast and celebrate you for helping out the kids here with Operation Warm and the Washington Council of Firemen. All right. So our question today actually came to us from this story. They say in one of the stranger findings in a while when it comes to cats, researchers now suggest they may have to meow more if a man takes care of them instead of a woman. As the New York Times reports, The theory is that cats have essentially realized that guys are not great listeners. Or as the study in the journal Ethology puts it, in a science speak, men require more explicit vocalizations to notice and respond to the needs of their cats. Now, for the experiment, which happened in Turkey, volunteers allowed researchers to document their interactions with their cats upon coming home from work or wherever. They found the cats greeted male caregivers with an average of 4.3 meows in the first 100 seconds, compared to just 1.8 meows for women. In general, the women talked to their cats more or mimicked their meows and appeared to be more skilled in interpreting feline vocalizations. The researchers acknowledge that the sample size is small, but it does draw a general conclusion. But they hope it lays the groundwork for bigger studies to figure out, are guys just not the best listeners in the world?
No, we're not.
Which is essentially what they're saying. I think that holds true for. I'm guilty. I am 100% guilty.
I'm definitely guilty because I don't care. Like, if you're not saying anything of any relevance, like, I just turn my brain off. It's not a mean thing, but I just like information, right? So if you're just talking but not really saying anything, or there's no particular point that I can think you're getting there, like, I don't care.
It's the same as people who call and go, look, long story short, when you hear that, what do you think? What is going through your brain?
Right.
The same thing that's going through ours. This is going to take forever.
Yes.
So I'm just going to be off and on kind of through this conversation as far as listening goes, because I know it's going to take you a while to get to the home point on this whole deal. So our question, sex, race, religion, or occupation, what do you do that perfectly fits your stereotype? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Gary. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, it's Hola.
Hola.
So I work for a certain airplane company in this region. We all know it. But they go by the lazy bee, and it couldn't be more true, man. People here, they don't do much of anything. They get paid to just sit around and do nothing.
But how long can you just sit around and do nothing? Is it that you can get the amount of required work done within your 8-hour shift? So if you got 2 hours to burn, you just hang out and do nothing?
And that can be the case sometimes. And then there's other cases where people will just, they'll damage something or make sure the work can't get done, so they have that extra hours to just sit there and do nothing.
Actually go out of their way to make sure that so you're saying, like, sometimes if something is quote-unquote damaged, it's 4D chess, basically. So this project will not be completed today, therefore I have nothing to do?
Basically. Or you got, like, a team of people that'll take care of work that's gone downstream, and they just, we can't do it today, so they just don't do anything.
Okay. And you're saying you're guilty of that as well?
I can't say that I'm not guilty of it.
All right. So, again, how long have you worked there?
I've been here almost 4 years.
All right. What did you do before that?
I worked at the kitchens for that same facility.
Okay. So you worked in the kitchen. So in my mind, your stereotype is, like, I truly believe that 90% of the pizzas that I've eaten in my life have been made by someone who's stoned.
I guarantee it.
You know, it's a high percentage. That might be a little bit high.
I don't think it. I will say in all the kitchens I worked in over 12 years, maybe there was one person I can think of that did not smoke. And then more than that, typically we wouldn't be stoned during prep, but when you open the doors for the restaurant, because customers can be customers who they fit their stereotype, right? So you get stoned, so you just take things more with a grain of salt. Because it's a high-stress job, it's constant, blah, blah, blah. But when you're stoned, you're like, I got it, man. It's all good.
Yeah, no sweat.
The wait staff and the bartenders, generally, they were all coked up for the exact opposite reason. Well, one, they enjoyed cocaine, but beyond that, just have energy level, right? Always have a smile, running around. And it was a guarantee. And we said basically at the end of the night, when we closed down, we'd sit down with the bartenders and the wait staff at the bar, and we would trade drugs. Because now they want to come down a little bit, right? They've been running their ass off. Well, we just finished cleaning the kitchen. Everyone's real lazy. It's like, all right, well, let's start snorting coke.
Yeah. And I would also, at least in my experience with the restaurant people that I've been around, they are all hooking up with each other.
Oh, for sure.
Maybe that was just part of the younger days, as far as when I was a little bit younger. But it just seemed in that industry that there was a lot of people who were enjoying each other's company.
Yeah, you kind of had to, man. I mean, it's a very incestuous job, so to speak. Like, look, if you work in a restaurant in Seattle, you can get a job at any other restaurant in Seattle, and you know at least two people that work there because you've worked with them in the past, right? So it's everyone, even if you don't know them personally, you know of them. For sure, right? Your reputation precedes you, whether you're the playboy, you're the drug dealer, you don't get away from it. It is a small, finite number of people willing to do that job because it's a pretty essy job overall, right? But it's the same pool of people. And you would go to different restaurants, but like I worked with one waitress at 7 different restaurants, and we never intentionally went there together. It's just I'd go in and fill out a job application. I'm like, hey, what's up, man? She's like, oh, what's going on? And, a good word would go in for you. And it's the same when I'd work somewhere and, like, I used to work with that guy. Definitely hire him.
Also, I would say, too, the hours are so awkward.
They're weird.
Especially if you're working weekends, right? Like,
who else
there's only so many people you can hang out with. So generally, it's going to be other industry people on Sunday or Monday.
That is correct.
It also seems like sometimes there's enough downtime, or maybe there's not, but it seems like the restaurant world, especially the kitchen staff, pull pranks on each other a lot.
Well, sure.
More so than a lot of other places.
I think anything that's high stress, if you can pull pranks, you do. And the pranks are more real time. You know what I mean? So whether you hit the knives or you switched out some of the trays or whatever it is, it's just little things that'll piss them off in the moment. But you get about 30 seconds to enjoy the prank. Then you got to get back to it. Because honestly, honest, there's just not a lot of downtime. And I think just the intensity of the job all the freaking time. And Ted, like you said, the hours suck. So it's like you do bond. Because you have to. Because like Ted said, there's not a whole lot of other people. Everyone else is enjoying what you do. You're at work, right?
Right.
And sometimes I feel bad. Just like I'll go out on a Saturday night and I'm like, God, I remember working in restaurants and these nights. Now I'm that guy.
Those are the nights you make money. But I mean, the first time I was 19, I was a bartender. But like when we got off, we would go to one guy's house. Now this is in College Park. So like it was kind of easier to rent houses as a group.
Yeah.
And we'd go to his house and we'd play darts, and then other bar workers would come
Start
over.
showing up. Yeah.
So I mean, even if you hadn't worked with those chicks, like they were kind of your options.
Yeah, I mean that's what you got, man.
Yeah,
everyone else is asleep.
And the age doesn't hurt, but yeah.
Sex, race, religion, or occupation. What do you do that perfectly fits your stereotype? 206-803-ROCK.
And by the way, it's not just pizza. If you've eaten at a restaurant, there's a very good chance that the person who made your food was high. I don't care if you're at the most expensive steakhouse. I don't care if you're getting a pizza. I don't care if it's a sub. Like, they're stoned, man. It's the same job, yeah. Hello, Donna. Welcome to the men's room.
Liquor and whores, bitches.
Liquor and whores.
How are you doing today?
We're doing great, man. Thank you.
Fantastic. So I'm half Irish, half Native American, and what that boils down to is I'm a Native American girl who can hold her liquor.
Okay. So did you luck out on the genes? Because my understanding with the Native American, there's I don't know if it's a gene or a protein or something generally that's in their system where alcohol has a very adverse effect, right?
Exactly. So the Irish kind of counteracts that. I don't get hangovers. Never have.
Now, do you have siblings? So in other words, does someone else move to the other side where they got more of the native genes, so when it comes to alcohol, it just takes them out much faster?
That would be my son.
Okay. Well, see, Irish, in my world, if someone does drink and they're Irish, they're going to tell you they're Irish.
Of course. It's like this excuse.
I don't know a lot of people who are Irish who, I don't know, drink Crown Royal or Jack Daniels or Jim Beam. They drink Jameson or Tullamore Dew. Or,
Jameson is nasty.
What's your go-to?
Well, I'm basic. I'm a vodka girl.
Okay. I drink, if I can find it, I drink either Patty's or Tullamore Dew or Powers.
Or Men's Room IPA.
Well, as far as liquor goes, yeah.
But truth be told, I have Jameson in my house.
Right.
Yeah, I'm of Irish descent. I wouldn't say I'm Irish, but I love
your
Jameson.
Christmas beer is phenomenal, by the way.
Oh, the holiday?
Yeah, very good.
Super good.
Yeah.
Where did you get a chance to try it?
There was a little store by my house that was selling it.
Okay.
I don't remember.
Well, awesome. Thank you for buying it.
All right.
We appreciate that.
So what is the average look of your Irish/native girl? Like, what are the genes that we notice most? What would I probably identify you as if I'm not watching you drink?
Well, you're going to look at me. I'm native.
Okay.
I'm a cocktail waitress at the large casino north of Seattle.
Yes.
So you're Native American and you also work at a casino.
Yes.
That's a stereotype too, right?
And I drink, so, you know.
Well, I mean, I don't know if it's a stereotype when it's on
the
reservation.
You own it. You know what I mean? It's yours.
I will
but
say.
It's not a stereotype. That's the fact.
Yeah,
I mean, that's federally mandated.
Exactly.
Right.
It ain't my tribe, so I don't own it.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
There's also, I think, a stereotype, which I'm fine with. I get it. It's like if I meet people that are like I'm assuming your father was the Irish descent.
He was.
Yeah.
Well,
so
there's
that's
the stereotype of
right.
that.
Pasty guys like women with darker skin.
Yeah.
So like if I meet a person, like I used to date a girl that was Mexican and Irish. Like, I get it.
Yeah.
But Irish people moved over here and were like, what is this?
Hey now. Hey now. Oh my.
Yeah.
That's
good time. All right.
Yeah, now, are you dating anyone or are you married?
I'm married.
You are married. And what is the descent of your husband?
He is also Native American. He's actually full-blooded Maya.
Okay. So he's full-blooded. So, like, his family have any problem with you? Like, Christ, dude, she's half Irish. What the hell are you doing?
Nah. The funny thing is his family speaks Spanish, and they come up to me and they're like speaking Spanish, and then I'm like looking at them, and they're like, "Oh, me forget you no understand."
Damn, it all sounds condescending at that point.
What does your husband do for a living?
He's a supervisor at a casino a little further north of the one I work at.
Okay, so the casino thing is running thick here. All right.
Yeah. It's a family thing.
All right, okay.
Actually, my daughter is the reason that you guys have an age limit on people who can call in.
Well, what did she do? How old was she and what happened?
She was 13, and Miles asked her something about, it was about a deformity, and Miles asked her what she looked like when she was naked.
Oh, God.
Jesus. See, and that's a stereotype for most radio people, and me included, is the fact that so oftentimes, you step over that line, you don't mean to.
Well, you don't
just
know.
Just in general conversation, though, too, man. It used to be a lot worse, but I'm trying to get better at that.
She's 31 now. It's okay.
Oh, well, again.
Well, have her call in and she can finally tell Miles what she looks like.
That's a stereotype of radio people.
Well, we run our mouth.
You always take it to that level.
Yeah.
Damn, and my daughter's way of the age limit.
It's all right, though. Throw helped you out on Friday.
What'd I do Friday?
Yeah, let me hear that story about your mother. Not my mother. Well, Miles generally will ask a question and it goes sideways.
Yeah.
Well, you had all your info for the band.
Oh, God. Yeah, man, I forgot. Right, so we're at Tony V's and, what's the man? Return to Dust. Yeah. Right, 4 young guys, very nice guys, and we tried to do research before we interviewed these people, which, by the way, one of the guys even said, I appreciate you guys doing the research. So I feel good about myself in these moments. So I had 2 specific questions that I really wanted to ask them that I thought were interesting, again, based on the research. Well, neither one of the questions was accurate, and they're just like, hey, man, we could tell you got this off the internet. I'm like, well, sure, but it was your band. They're like, okay, this one of them is patently untrue. It has nothing to do with us. It's completely false. So I give it a second. I ask a second question, and they're like, that's not a bad question, but you're talking to the wrong band member. No. It's not my mother. The question you're asking is about this guy's mother.
Yes,
it's like, of course it is. Oh, freaking course. I told Ted afterwards, like, I quit. Like, I give up, man. I didn't.
And I'm sitting next to, I can see your notes. I mean, it's locked and loaded. He's just like, well, screw it.
I know. Yeah. After I was like, I'm done.
And I've been on a roll for 20 years. If I ask somebody a question, typically it's the worst case possible answer. We had one of those Friday, too.
Oh, I forgot about that first guy.
Look, man.
Oh, God, dude. And it seems like a harmless question.
It really did.
That one felt very generic and harmless.
Well, but I can get into these situations talking to somebody at a bar or just, in general, at a gathering or whatever. And
sure.
I'll do the same thing. And it's not just on the air. Like, there's no way that could be just possible. It's a lot of times, my questions are, I don't think they're that off. I don't think they're that bad.
Sometimes they're not. You asked the guy Friday, you said, hey, man.
I said,
where are you coming from, or do you live close?
Yeah,
whatever. But the guy's like, actually, I am homeless. I'm in a homeless shelter. I'm like, bro, look. No one could have seen that coming.
No.
None of us.
But it wouldn't happen if I didn't ask the question.
If I had asked, he lives in a 7-bedroom home.
Yeah. No, he retired.
So it's like Schrodinger's
retired
cat.
early.
35. Yeah. You know what I mean? He's
good to go.
He's doing well.
If Miles looks, the cat is dead. If I look, it's alive.
Yeah. I wore an Ace Frehley shirt this year. One day I wear an Ace Frehley, right? Who dies that day?
That day.
Who dies that day? I haven't worn that shirt since because I'm afraid he's going to die again.
Right.
Or I'm going to kill another member of KISS.
Zombie Ace Frehley.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to kill, I don't know.
You're going to kill Little Ace.
I'm going to kill Tommy
Thayer.
Little Ace. Tommy Thayer's going to die.
Yeah, something.
Or, Bruce Kulick, whoever. Sex, race, religion, or occupation. What do you do that perfectly fits your stereotype? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Aiden. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bichola.
Hola.
How are you guys doing?
Doing good, Aiden. Thank you, man.
Good. So, so as an occupation stereotype, I'm a mechanic. And as a mechanic, the biggest stereotype I've ever heard is a good mechanic, usually their car doesn't run. And that is exactly how it is with me, actually. Both my vehicles, my car and my motorcycle, don't run right now.
Why is that?
Yeah. Because you're so tired of doing work that when you get home, you don't want to keep doing work?
It's partially that, but with my car, I've been modifying it. So, I mean, yeah, I do so much work. I get home and I don't necessarily want to sit here and waste more time at the end of the day.
But it's part of the problem because mechanics, because you have an interest in it, it also becomes your hobby. So you buy a car where more or less there's kind of nothing wrong with it. You decide to do what you know you can, like you said, modify it. So now you put it in a position it can't run, and then it gets to the point you get home from work, and that's the last thing you feel like doing. I mean, is that generally mechanics kind of deconstruct their own car to make it cooler?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Well, I get an email from the people that take care of my car. And let's say they say 6,000 miles to your next oil change. And let's say they'll email me, you're due for an oil change. And I'm like, well, I've only gone 3,000 miles. You put a sticker in my window.
Right, you put the sticker.
Right, that tells me when I need to go back there and do that. They're like, well, maybe you want to come in now and we'll look at some other things. I'm like, I'm not going randomly to go get an oil change at 3,000 miles. And they do it all the time, so I'm always assuming. Because there was a time when I went in there and I needed, I don't know, like new brakes or something, whatever.
Yeah.
They found 7 different things that needed to be done.
Well, that's what I was going to
By the time
ask.
I walked out there, I swear to God, it was $2,000.
So one of the stereotypes of mechanics is that, are you gouging us or are you
Is that
honestly
an
discovering
upsell?
things like, look, man, I mean, look, everybody wants to upsell. I get it. But also, like, you should address these things. Or is that just something you guys kind of say to see if we'll part with the cash?
Honestly, with as long as I've done it, I feel like there are some people that definitely do try to get that extra stuff in there.
Sure.
But there are certain things that you definitely should do ahead of time because it could cause more major issues in the future.
Okay.
You know?
What if somebody is just a D-bag to the front desk person? Are they going to have a, you know what I mean? Just whatever. They're upset. They're having a bad day. Are they going to get gouged a little bit more than someone who's a little bit easier to deal with?
Most likely, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's true in everything.
Any profession. Generally, if you have to deal with someone before you deal with the people you're going to deal with the rest of the time, if word gets back there that you were difficult, like, oh, you were going to absolutely get inferior service at the superior price.
Especially in the kitchen, I guess, too.
Well, no, we'll charge you the same. And actually, we give you extra in the kitchen.
About to say
Trust
a little
me.
extra ingredient.
Oh, plenty more. We won't charge you a dime for any of it.
That's not saffron.
Sex, race, religion, or occupation. What do you do that perfectly fits your stereotype? 206-803-ROCK.
Homes.com has collaboration tools to help home shoppers search, share, and discuss home shopping with family, friends, and their agent directly through the site. Though it was fun to get that email from your husband about that 3-bedroom in the hills, to which you replied via text that you would never live in the hills and you'd like to find a 3-bedroom closer to the beach. To which he replied, "Why are you so uncompromising?" A fun way to spend an afternoon, but we think it's just a tad bit easier our way. Homes.com. Ding dong. We've done your homework.
Your cold is coming! Your cold is coming! The cold season is upon us!
Oh no, I can't afford to get sick now.
When it's cold season and you feel the first sign of one coming, shorten it with Zicam, the #1 cold shortening brand.
Thanks, Revere.
We really need to keep Zicam on hand.
Shorten your cold with Zicam.
Shorten your cold at the first sign with cold shortening products from Zicam, the #1 cold shortening brand. Available in stores or see where to buy at Zicam.com.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Is your business ready for what's next? Think about where you want to be in 3 years, 5 years, 10. Growth isn't about numbers. It's having the right specialist by your side. Moss Adams and Baker Tilly have joined forces to create a remarkable new organization. It's one advisory firm with resources, expertise, and vision built specifically to serve the middle market to help you get to what's next. Learn how Baker Tilly can help your business pursue its vision of success. Visit bakertilly.com/combo.
This podcast is brought to you by Kleenex Lotion Tissues. You can't predict sick days, but with Kleenex Lotion Tissues, you can be better prepared for them while helping keep your skin healthy. Whether it's a surprise sneeze or a stuffy nose, it's always good to have something gentle on hand. Kleenex Lotion Tissues moisturize to help prevent skin irritation while you're battling those unwanted cold and flu symptoms. It's extra care when you need it most. I mean, why not have one less thing to worry about when you're not feeling your best? For whatever happens next, grab Kleenex.
If you're still waiting for a sign, here's another one. At California Psychics, we reject 98% of the psychics who apply to work for us. So we only connect you with the best. That's how we can guarantee if your reading isn't life-changing, it's free. And right now, new customers receive 20 minutes for just $20. If that's not a sign, I don't know what is. Dramatic sound effect incoming. Experience the joy of certainty at CaliforniaPsychics.com.
Is your business ready for what's next? Think about where you want to be in 3 years, 5 years, 10. Growth isn't about numbers. It's having the right specialist by your side. Moss Adams and Baker Tilly have joined forces to create a remarkable new organization. It's one advisory firm with resources, expertise, and vision built specifically to serve the middle market to help you get to what's next. Learn how Baker Tilly can help your business pursue its vision of success. Visit bakertilly.com/combo.
This podcast is brought to you by Kleenex Lotion Tissues. You can't predict sick days, but with Kleenex Lotion Tissues, you can be better prepared for them while helping keep your skin healthy. Whether it's a surprise sneeze or a stuffy nose, it's always good to have something gentle on hand. Kleenex Lotion Tissues moisturize to help prevent skin irritation while you're battling those unwanted cold and flu symptoms. It's extra care when you need it most. I mean, why not have one less thing to worry about when you're not feeling your best? For whatever happens next, grab Kleenex.
99.9 KISW. The shenanigans continue. This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
I believe the car you drive fits your stereotype.
Generally, yeah.
In a lot of ways. Back home when I went to West Virginia for Thanksgiving, I don't know if you've looked at the price of a brand new like GMC truck or any of these big guys. They're over $100,000 for the most part if you buy a brand new one. Most everybody has one. All right. And these are very poor rural areas.
Yeah.
The truck that they are driving, I guarantee you, 90% of the time is worth more than the value of the home that they are living in.
I would almost guarantee it. Yeah, there, for sure.
Yeah. And, you know, you see Subarus around here. My opinion of a Subaru, I know for a fact that you garden. I know you love the outdoors. I know you like to go on hikes and all those things. You know, if I saw an elderly black man driving a Subaru, I would drive off the road. I've never seen it. Right. I'm not even sure that there's a black person.
Probably skis.
Well, it's something.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, but I just, it's one of those things where, you know,
but it makes sense.
Your car kind of dictates who you are. You know, the BMW driver.
Right.
You know, the Mercedes driver.
Sure.
You know, the people that drive a Tesla or whatever the deal is. So our question, sex, race, religion, and occupation. What do you do that perfectly fits your stereotype? And we get into the world of professions. And are they 100% correct? According to people who do this, this is what they believe is a stereotype, and they check that box. I'm a cashier. And yes, for the most part, we hate everyone.
I believe that. I don't think you go into it because you hated everyone. I think over time, when you deal with everyone, like you deal with everyone, if you're the cashier, you're going to learn to hate people.
Engineer here, we will spend 10 hours trying to figure out how to do a 2-hour project in 1 hour, which is completely accurate. Another. Baker.
Right, spend 10 hours to figure out how to do it in half the time.
We had a listener at one of our events this year, and like it was her and her buddy, and like they were like, "Where your husband?" She's like, "My husband's at home working on like a project."
All right.
But he takes so long. She was like, he's so detailed. She's like, he's great at it.
But he spends more time figuring out how to do it than it actually takes to do it.
Right, that was basically her gripe. So then, like, the other friend that was with him, I was like, but is it done correctly? He was like, well, yeah. Like, he's super good at it.
Ultimately, but to do something efficiently. Or something that isn't efficient for the consumer.
Sure.
You know, it's like German engineering. You know, they've talked about it's simple, it's effective, whether it's a doorknob or a lock or whatever the deal is. It's a different level of quality depending on the engineer who does it.
Sure, but then the flip side, it would have taken 2 hours if you just did it. But you spent 10 hours trying to figure out how you could take this 2-hour job and make it 1 hour. So you invested 11 hours when you could have just done it in 2. And
so if you do it the first time right.
But if you have a job, my assumption when you get hired is that you do your job right the first time. To me, that's what having a job is.
Yeah. Well, sometimes you get a little bit of a learning curve. You're going to make mistakes. But
I mean, even Germans, though, right? Like, I always look at, like, the German soccer team, right? Like, they always, doesn't matter who the players are, they'll play the same style. They're always good, right? It's not the most beautiful style, but they're always good in the World Cup. They kind of stick to it. So I said to a guy in Germany, I was like, kind of respect how you guys, like, are efficient, stick to the system. And he kind of giggled. He's like, we're also very hard-headed.
Yeah.
Well, we don't like change. I was like,
Oh, that's what it is.
Guys, I'm a baker. We do eat a lot of donuts and baked goods all day. And most of the people I work for are fat.
Yeah, there are a lot of fat bakers. Yeah, now I'm thinking about it. Sure.
I mean, I don't know much about that profession.
I don't know a lot, but at a couple of restaurants we had the quote-unquote pastry chef, and their hours were different than ours. They're kind of wrapping up as we showed up in the morning. But yeah, and I never thought about it at the time, but all of them, just generally, maybe 40 pounds heavier than anyone else. Right? So it's not that they were fat, but they just had like bigger jowls, you know what I mean? And you're right, they're back there just eating dough.
Well, they got to try it.
They do. And then there's things they don't have to try, but they're like, yeah, I made 3 extra of these. Like,
Well,
where are they? Like, oh, I already ate them.
yeah, but it's different than like sometimes a pit master might be a skinny dude, but like, I don't know, he's just eating protein.
Yeah.
Yep. What else? U.S. sailor. Can't go through more than 2 sentences without cursing. And almost everyone I work with, including myself, has a drinking problem.
All right. Well, you definitely hear curse like a sailor.
Yeah. Consultant. I also have no idea what I do.
Yeah.
Thank you for just admitting it. That was always our joke. Just like, look, whatever the industry, there's consultants. I'm like, so they worked in your industry for like 1 or 2 years, right? You know what? It's like being an armchair quarterback. I can watch any football game and tell you what the team did wrong. I cannot break it down, but I'm like, yeah, their offensive line needs to improve. Well, anybody can tell you that, but they will spend a ridiculous amount of money on a consultant to walk in and say, hey, guys, you know what you need to do? Improve your offensive line. I will not tell you how to do it. But what I can do is observe what you did wrong and let you know that what you thought is correct.
Work in IT support. I do literally just Google everything. Makes it a hell of a lot easier. Google's got all that stuff on. Proportionally, truck drivers represent more serial killers than any other profession. I am not one of those.
But you say that, I don't believe you. But that makes sense.
That's what a serial killer would say.
Exactly. Now I think the guy's a serial killer.
Yeah.
No one would say, and I'm a serial killer. I fell into my perfect profession.
Yeah, I don't think I would. Take that hitchhike ride.
No, I mean, and they're right. Like, just because you can cross state lines, the whole nine. It's not that I think they're a serial killer, but certainly if you are, it lends itself to you not getting caught.
Yeah, right. Statistically, right. They're just on the move. Like, makes sense
all the time.
They have refrigerated trucks.
Mm-hmm.
Commercial airline pilot, guys. I wouldn't say 100% due to being married or engaged, hook up with a cabin crew. But specifically in the layovers in different countries, think about a 2 or 3 male crew, 12 women. Somebody's going to crack.
It's inevitable, right? You're always together. I mean, we see the hotel across the street. I'm not sure what airline they're contracted with. It is a good-looking airline. I will say that. But their little bus pulls up. Right. On average, it's like 2 dudes. They're like 8 hot-ass women. And we're just like, there's no... And you've been in this hotel, overnight. There's no way. There's no way it doesn't happen.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm a biologist, and I own an insane amount of nerdy outdoor clothes. Think cargo pants, hiking boots, utility belt, safari hat.
The safari hat, that's the one that gets me.
Etc.
I don't know why. Once you put that on, I'm like, come on, man.
I don't know if I've ever met a biologist. I mean, other than, I know you have biology class, and I'm sure those teachers are.
To a degree, sure.
But other than that, I don't know that I've got any buddies that run in that level of intelligence.
I've definitely met a marine biologist before.
Well, yeah, Castle's wife's a marine biologist. But she doesn't put on waders and stand in the water. She's in front of a computer.
Well, she's a number counter, basically, right?
Yeah,
for the most part. IT and software developer, guys, and I'm incredibly socially awkward.
Oh, yeah.
You got some IT friends?
I just kind of lump them all into tech bros.
But a tech bro to me has a different vibe. A tech bro is very confident. That's how I perceive a tech bro, right? Hey, man, I work in tech. I know my S, right? I can sit here and bore you with all of the stuff that I know about it, but I'm confident. I'm having a good time. You know what I mean? I drive a nice car. Where I feel like IT guys, when they're at the bar, they're a little more like, I just want a vodka soda. Mm-hmm. I just, like they're just not as comfortable, say, conversing with the people around them.
United States Marine here. We do a lot of dumb S when we are bored.
Never met a Marine that denied that.
Well, you would think, as far as drinking goes, you would say, like, well, a bartender could probably put anybody under the table. But at least in my experience, the 2 groups of people that can outdrink just about anyone I've ever seen in my life are Marines and firemen.
Yep.
Those are the 2 professions where I'm like, Coast Guard to some degree as well. But
just military overall.
Yeah, they can put you on your ass.
I had the experience with firefighters that we held no candle to those guys.
Usually,
and
Marines.
Yeah. I mean, I just nope, I'm out.
I mean, those guys in Baltimore, when we did the 1 hour of Marine training or however long it was, I mean, that was intense stuff. I mean, you probably by the end of the day, you're ready to crack a cold one.
Yes, just one.
I hang out with a few Marines. Those guys at Baltimore, that one guy I liked him.
Mm-hmm.
But he was even more intense than like run of the mill. But he had some wild stories.
Yes.
And he was a recruiter. And I think most people know the recruiters are even a little different. But yeah, that guy, I mean, he was awesome. I love the dude, but I was just like, damn.
Yep. Veterinary medicine, guys. You probably know the suicide rate is extremely high from compassion fatigue and depression. You're overworked, you're underpaid, and being labeled as a money grabbing by a lot of the general public. And they don't help with the issues either. And some of them can't pay and, prefer to put their animal down other than keep them alive. Yeah, let's see. Recruiter. I probably will not get back to you. Yeah. Don't know too much about that world, but yeah. Guys, I work in mental health. Most of us suffer with mental health as well. Well, see, to me, that's not...
Everybody does.
Well, but that's... I want to go to a drug counselor who has done drugs.
Correct.
Just like anything else. I mean,
you can't relate to me if you don't know
if you don't have the experience.
Exactly.
So that makes complete sense. Guys, I'm a stripper. I have daddy issues, and I really, 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 really like cocaine.
Okay.
Whoa.
Wow. All right. Nailed it.
Yeah. So do salespeople. Banking, and this is how it works. If you're in banking... as a female, it very well does help you to be very attractive.
Yes.
So much so outside of the front office. So if you're out and about and you're trying to pick up new clients and everything else, visual discrimination is alive and well on the selling side of banking.
And always, I think in any profession, you can think it's right or wrong, but the fact it exists, absolutely. Like any restaurant I worked in, any restaurants for sure. Anyone that was a host or hostess, they were never ugly. Plenty of ugly cooks, myself included. Wait staff, generally pretty good looking, but the first person you saw generally was the best looking person who was getting paid by that restaurant. And it was understood because, hey man, it's a 25-minute wait. You might not want to, but, you might make a different decision. But I can just sit here and kind of look at you like, all right, done,
Guys, I've worked retail my entire life. All my F's leave my body when I clock into work. I have. That's one thing I've never done is worked a retail job. Other than I've worked at Burger King, but I was in the back of the house.
Right.
So it doesn't really count.
But dealing with actual customers.
Yeah.
Mingling among the people.
Ted, you're a bartender. I mean, you've
done. I've never worked in a department store or something. God, I sound old.
Department store.
I worked in a Macy's.
I worked at the window at a drive-through joint, and working with people sucks.
Would you have preferred to be in the back?
Yes.
Now, why did they put you on the window? Is it because you generally come off as a nice guy? That's where you go wrong. Because if I'm doing the hiring and you three guys walk in, I'm like, okay, I'm going to put Mike on the window. I would regret that because I think, Ted, you should be the guy at the window. Yeah. But I would have put Mike on the window because of the way you... I know. Yeah. But
if Ted's on the window, it's going to be a huge line.
But in a job interview, everybody plays themselves different, right? So Ted is not going to be as gregarious as we know him to be. You're going to say all the right stuff, right? You sit down and you lie to each other. That's your job interview. But, Mike, you present well. So I'd be like, oh... No question.
What about the window?
That's the guy putting in the window, right? And that was very cordial.
That was part of it. I'm sure there was also a bit of a language barrier that created a difference there. But it's...
What language were you speaking?
English. Damn it, Ted. Make me say it out loud.
Yeah, but Ted's going to ask everybody about their order. Like when the order's coming in.
Oh, man.
He's going to comment on it.
I'll just be like, hey, I like what you did here, man.
Exactly.
We got a 20-piece in there?
You're just missing the sauce. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Can I recommend?
Exactly.
I wouldn't be as mean as the Subway guy, but I would have suggestions.
Exactly.
I wouldn't mind if he gave suggestions.
Great order, man. A+.
Subway guy, he did not give suggestions. He questioned everything. He said, can I get cheddar cheese? Really? You're going to put cheddar with that? Like, Jesus, I'm not getting it for you, man. And this was every single time you went in. Even if it was something you didn't alter what they had on the menu, right? So say just the tuna sub. I'll get the tuna sub. Really? You want the tuna?
Well, the thing about working the counter is, you guys had an experience being out in Baltimore, being out on the east side, and then when you came over here, it was a bit of a culture shock when you went into whatever spot that you went to. You thought that they were filming a commercial.
The woman literally said, and I've only seen this in commercials, I went into McDonald's. It was downtown, which typically is your worst one. And she looked me in the eye. She said, "Good morning. Welcome to McDonald's. What would you like?" And it gave me pause because in Baltimore, you rolling, all right, inbound, what you want?
Right.
Like that. That's how it went.
Right.
Now, I did that hoping that would lead to a good interaction.
With the good
people.
morning, welcome to.
Correct. It didn't. But I also heard about y'all's interactions on the east side. It makes sense because those are the things I wanted to say to those people. Why the hell have you been sitting? There's 2 screens in this drive-thru. There's one that when there's a big lineup, you're waiting right in front of that menu so you can have a gander at it and see what's going on over there while you're waiting to make your order. Then you get up there. With traffic, there's a line wrapped around the doggone building. So you've been in here for at least 15 minutes waiting to get up here to say what you want.
Every
time you got like, have you not been looking at it? I'm going to rip off. I forget which comedian said it. It's like the menu hasn't changed in 10 years.
I think Sinbad put it well once. He said, "Man, when you go to McDonald's, you already know why you're there."
Correct.
It's like when you get up there and they're like, it's like, bro, you went to. Why did you come here? Get the 2 freaking cheeseburgers, a large fry, and the chocolate shake that you want.
See,
you know what you want.
Well, Mike, with your other gig, being an auctioneer. Now, I'm not talking about when you're doing like the car stuff, the auto stuff in the morning and all that stuff. But when you're doing
a stereotype of auctioneer?
I've got one. I've probably been, since I've been here, to more auctions than I've been in my life. And I used to work at a car auction. Okay. But these are all charitable auctions that happen in the evening.
Yeah.
The only goal of an auctioneer is
to hear their own voice.
No. To get you as drunk as humanly possible in the 2.5 hours that you are sitting in this ballroom. They have one job, which is to get you hammered. Yeah. And the reason that they have this job is because hopefully in this state of mind, you're going to donate and spend more money on items.
Well, sure.
Absolutely.
And, well, that's the whole game. So like,
it's the Vegas there. Hey, another free drink. You're spending, have another free drink.
Right. But your job is to get people hammered. And I know that because
I encourage the chairs of the auction to have a well-stocked bar and to make the drinks as cheap as possible. Yeah.
But I think there's 2 different auctioneers, though. You do it professionally.
Yes, sir.
Right? So there's a guaranteed job that you have to do, and there's an expectation. So even if you're plying them with booze, it plays into what your job is.
Absolutely.
You go to these auctions for like the kids' schools or stuff like that. Rarely do they actually hire an actual auctioneer, right? Like, you're not there.
It's one of the parents.
It's not really one of the parents. It's just somebody that somebody knows who has a big personality, right? Because they're not rattling off numbers at the speed. They don't have to know the Betty Butterbot, right? None of that. It's a slower thing. And what I realize, and it drives me crazy, and I say this to my wife, I'm like, I hate this because they're just talking to hear themselves talk.
Yes.
You're moving items along.
Correct.
Right? They're not.
Yeah.
They are not.
Yeah.
They're talking, but man, oh man, nothing's happening.
Contrary to popular belief, I want to be done.
Yeah.
I have fun in doing this, but I really would like to just go home and take my pants off.
You guys are going to love Deborah. No, we don't love Deborah.
No.
I don't care how big her personality is.
Right.
These guys do not want to be done, and I don't want to say who it was, but they hired a couple of years ago a well-known local TV personality. I know you've worked with this individual.
I've heard of this individual.
Oh my God. They were so proud of who they were. But I'm kind of like, hey, dude, when do we start bidding?
That's
not trying to be a D, but it's like, let's get to it, brother. It ain't about you. Shut up.
That's the reaction I hear about that one.
Yep.
Guys, I'm a teacher, and I guarantee you after you leave my class, the next time you see me, we'll be in a bar.
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
And it's funny, a lot of the teachers, I don't want to say what school, but there's certain bars they won't go to that are in close proximity to the school.
Sure.
So every once in a while, there's a big annual event, and then the teachers will go out with the parents, and we have a good time. And like, man, do you guys ever come in there? They're like, no. We're like, it's right around the corner from the school. And they go, that's why.
Yeah,
because we don't.
Look, I grew up in a small
town. We can't get drunk and talk S about your snot-nosed kids when you're in the bar. So we go to a place further out. I'm like, you know what? That's fair.
But in all honesty, man, like growing up in a small town or a smaller town, you really don't see your teachers that much after you're done. But then as you get to drinking age and you're able to go into all the bars that you can get into.
You're very social.
Instead of, you have drinks with your teachers. That's the next time you see them.
Mm-hmm.
And you're an adult now. They're an adult now. They're happy to see you. You're happy to see them. But, man, I mean, almost all of my teachers, and sometimes in 2 or 3 groups from the same school.
Oh, yeah.
I will see these same ladies, same guys, drinking, and I can tell you what bars to go to find them, because I know which ones they go to. But it was always a fun time hanging out as an adult. It was like a different social dynamic.
It is, because as a kid, your teachers, they're just nerds, man. They have no social life. And then when you get older, like, they're out 5
But you would
nights
never
a
see
week.
them in the grocery store. You're not going to see them just in any other environment. That's the weird thing. I never ran into a random teacher like at a football game.
Right.
Doing something else.
It is the bar.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's weird running into anybody outside the environment you only know them.
Sure.
Right? Like, for instance, like where we were Monday. Like, I ran into her at the grocery store, the owner.
Oh, yeah?
And it just took me a second. And I was like, oh, hey. Then I'm like, well, I've never seen you not behind a bar.
Yep. I've never known her for like 20 years. I've never not seen her at the bar.
Yeah, and it was just weird. She's just as nice in person. It was just weird. It was just, like, of course she lives in the neighborhood. She's on that bar forever. I'm like, you come to this grocery store?
Yes, it's closed then.
Wait, you buy food too?
Yeah, like you
How about that? Guys, I'm a front desk manager for a hotel. If you're rude or expectant, we will put you in a room that we think you won't like that sucks. Hopefully the worst one in the entire hotel.
Yeah.
The opposite is also true. Be nice. We can work all sorts of magic to make your stay a whole lot better. So please do not be mean to hotel workers. We have the keys to where you sleep. Keep that in mind.
Look, I know when traveling it sucks, but I had a flight get canceled and this and that. So I had a connection, whatever. Just be nice to people.
Yes.
I ran up to the kiosk and the lady's like, I've got to go. What? And I go, I just stuck in the middle seat. I just wanted to try to get something else. Sorry. Like, I'm just a big. And she's like, hang on. All right, here.
Yep. Boom.
Yeah. Like, all right, cool.
Bartender, yes, I will have sex with your female if I can.
All right. Oh.
Yeah, we know.
I blow glass. We all smoke weed nonstop. That's all we do. If you blow glass, you smoke weed.
Dad. Behave yourself.
Samuel Jackson's like, check out my movie.
Yeah.
Well, dude, I mean, David LaBrava, right, from Sons of Anarchy, we talked to him. He comes up here all the time to go to a glass blowing shop. And then, I mean, they're unabashed about how much weed they smoke.
Oh, yeah.
Work in an animal hospital, crazy cat ladies are actually crazy cat ladies.
Yes, they are.
A psychologist, your therapist is most likely crazier than you are. Keep that in mind. Mechanic here, yes, every third word is either F, S, ass, D, mother, C, or any variation combo of these words. And yes, we talk crap about your car when you leave and you. And I work in HR. We're all completely gossiping bitches.
Oh, yeah, you got
course.
it. We know.
So our question, sex, race, religion, or occupation, what do you do that perfectly fits your stereotype? 206-803-ROCK.
Is your business ready for what's next? Think about where you want to be in 3 years, 5 years, 10. Growth isn't about numbers. It's having the right specialist by your side. Moss Adams and Baker Tilly have joined forces to create a remarkable new organization. It's one advisory firm with resources, expertise, and vision built specifically to serve the middle market to help you get to what's next. Learn how Baker Tilly can help your business pursue its vision of success. Visit bakertilly.com/combo.
This podcast is brought to you by Kleenex Lotion Tissues. You can't predict sick days, but with Kleenex Lotion Tissues, you can be better prepared for them while helping keep your skin healthy. Whether it's a surprise sneeze or a stuffy nose, it's always good to have something gentle on hand. Kleenex Lotion Tissues moisturize to help prevent skin irritation while you're battling those unwanted cold and flu symptoms. It's extra care when you need it most. I mean, why not have one less thing to worry about when you're not feeling your best? For whatever happens next, grab Kleenex.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
This is Ark Raiders, a multiplayer extraction adventure where most of humanity shelters underground. But raiders rise to the surface in search of something greater. In the Rust Belt, every run is pressure. Every decision is a play call. Face the relentless machines of Ark and rival raiders chasing the same prize. Push forward or extract while you're ahead. Team up, trust no one. Ark Raiders is on sale now. Available for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, S, and PC. Rated T for Teen.
Struggling to find something for everyone on your list? Bob's Discount Furniture can help. Shop Bob's super selection of great gifts, from deluxe dining sets with storage and nap-ready recliners with all the bells and whistles, to oh-so-soft Bob-O-Pedic sofas and beautiful budget-friendly bunk beds, all available at everyday low prices that'll keep your holiday shopping haggle and hassle-free. So stop into your nearest store, shop online at mybobs.com, and holiday the Bob's way. Oh my Bob!
Text the guys at 206-803-ROCK from the Pinky's Plumbing Studio. You're in the men's room.
Daily Mix Show, totally live. The men's room will be live as well for Live Night Yachty and Naughty. at the Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel. That's going to happen Friday night, February the 13th.
Yes.
Everything is live. All the music will be live on stage. The commercials, our shows, all the music you hear, everything. 100% of everything you will hear that night. And you'll be part of the live studio audience.
Very nice.
Yes. And why not just get a room at the hotel?
Yeah, they got it.
Friday night, kick back and join us for a live night. Tickets are on sale as of now at KISW.com. So that's something to look forward to coming up here in the new year. But get those tickets now. I know they got VIP packages and all that crap for you at KISW.com. Also, today on a question, sex, race, religion, or occupation, what do you do that perfectly fits your stereotype? 206-803-ROCK. Here is a stereotype, and this story comes out of Florida. And you may have heard of the Florida Keys. And if you know anything about Key West and the Florida Keys, it's pretty lawless.
Yep.
It's just one of those places. It's almost like time has kind of stood still there.
Sure.
It's got a pirate type of vibe to it. 3 people are arrested in the Florida Keys last Saturday after they were caught having a threesome in a supermarket parking lot. I believe this is the one that happened at the Winn-Dixie.
Winn-Dixie, yes.
It wasn't happening in the middle of the night. It was noon. The group consisted of a 45-year-old woman, a 43-year-old man, and another 59-year-old man. All 3 were drunk. All were charged with disorderly intoxication.
And all of them were ugly.
Indecent exposure, lewd conduct in public. The woman whose name was Sharon was also charged with resisting without violence. Police say Sharon has done this kind of thing before. She was arrested for a similar public conduct incident just a few months ago.
Oh, yeah.
That's about as Florida as it gets.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, right. You go to certain places, you know what you're getting into. Okay, so Ted, you go to Montana.
Sure.
All right. Is there a stereotype as far as because you always say most people in Montana get married when they're like 18 years old.
Yeah, there's no chicks.
Right.
There is, and they're attractive, but yeah, they're all married.
They're taken, yeah.
Okay.
Right. And generally, the woman is a lot more attractive than the dude.
Uh-huh.
I mean, just saying.
Yeah.
So, but that's also a stereotype when you go to those SEC schools and go to football games.
Oh, yeah.
You're just like,
for sure.
Jesus.
A couple more texts that came in. Guys, I'm white and I love Creed.
Okay.
All right.
Isn't that just divorced dad rock these days?
That's what they call it, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, look, I've never been a huge Dave Matthews fan.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, I don't know. If you ask me my favorite Dave Matthews song, it's like Two Step or whatever. Like, I have one. It's kind of a stereotype of being white.
Is there a stereotype of you go to a lot of festivals as far as the people who go to festivals?
Well, yes. But we call them wooks.
Wooks?
What are wooks?
W-O-O-K.
Yeah.
And it's like, they're like kindergarten teachers or something.
Okay.
Basically, they're very spiritual, but in like a drug-induced spiritual kind of way.
Right.
They have a lot of good diet tips. But it's like, dude, you haven't eaten in 3 days. Like, of course you're shredding. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you.
So it's kind of the thing. They're always trying to trade you something for something else.
Okay. All right. That's fair enough.
Oh, yeah.
That's the festival lifestyle. Stereotype. I'm a Seahawks fan, and I emailed Thrill about the officiating on Sunday night.
Jesus.
Oh, yeah. Like I expect it. It's fine. That's just being a football fan, right? It's never your team's fault. It's always the officials. It's nothing to do with turnovers. It's nothing to do with jumping off sides. It's nothing to do. Sometimes your team just sucks. It's like, man, the officials killed us. Like, yeah, that's what it was. That's what cost you the game.
But fans of certain organizations have a stereotype.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, if you go to, I don't know, you went to Kansas City, you saw a game there.
They were great, man.
And apparently they're friendly as heck. And, as far as tailgating goes,
it's fantastic tailgate.
It's a barbecue bonanza.
Super friendly group of people. Because, anytime you go to the enemy stadium, you're waiting. Someone's going to talk S to you, right? Not a person there. Yeah. They were just like, oh, you're Ravens fans. Like, hey, did you come for Baltimore? I'm like, well, I live in Seattle, but I flew in. Oh, that's great, man. Try this place. And it's one of those games went to overtime. Like, it was a pretty dramatic game, the game we went to. And at the end of the game, they're all like, great game. Thank you guys for coming. I'm like, this is weird. I don't know that I would have treated you well in my stadium. But
that's the same thing with like Nebraska and Wisconsin for college football.
Really?
They're kind of like, they always sell. There's always a lot of fans there, but that's always what you hear. It's like, oh man, you want to meet some nice fans. I don't like are just like come here.
Green Bay. It seems like any organization that has a strong tailgating culture.
That tends to loosen things up.
Seems to be a little bit more inviting to the opposing.
I mean, that's part of the reason I like Tennessee so much in Knoxville, because that is a small town with a massive university. But everybody in Knoxville, like,
all the Uber drivers there, but did you enjoy your time? Well, please come back.
Yeah, that's what they want to know, man.
Yeah.
And you could be in the same city and have different types of fans. I've heard people who've gone to Foxborough and seen the Patriots play.
Sure.
So people couldn't be nicer. But then if you go to a Red Sox game, and you're
correct,
you're a fan of the opposing team, you're going to catch hell. So same city, different sports, different fan bases.
That's fair. Right. I would say the bulk of the Mariners fan base is a little bit nicer than the Seahawks fan base. I'm a Seahawks fan.
Yeah. You think about the city of Philadelphia.
They suck all the way around.
Now, it doesn't
as far
matter
as how they're going to treat you.
It doesn't matter what kind. It doesn't matter. You could go see the Sixers. You could go see the Flyers. You could go see the Eagles. You could go see the Phillies. You're still going to
exact same experience.
You're going to catch hell in.
Someone tried to stab me
in Philly, no matter what.
Somebody spit on me. Somebody sucker punched me from behind. Yeah. I mean, that's the Philly experience.
I am from Nebraska. I always offer to give someone a ride to the airport or help them move. I can't help it.
All right, I can believe that.
That's not a bad stereotype. I'm Irish. I drink an S-load of whiskey. Enough said. Bad from Irish.
Yeah.
I'm a white dude, heavily tattooed, with a big beard. And yes, I ride motorcycles, build hot rods, and smoke cigars.
But do you brew your own beer? That's the other thing.
You think so?
Yeah, that seems to be the thing. Now, every time they show brewers, it looks like Ted or Mike, right?
Yeah.
You watch any commercial, when they show you the actual brewery, it's like all the guys in there. I'm like, they basically just AI Ted everywhere. So, look, man, I know you don't brew. Can we use your image to be a brewer? Because this is what people expect to see.
You got any hoodies? Like, I have a rack of hoodies.
I know. You are that guy.
Sex, race, religion, or occupation. What do you do that perfectly fits your stereotype? 206-803-ROCK.
Like this one from YouTube. Somebody says, I'm in property management. We have a ton of stereotypes. We hear that we are slumlords, that we don't fix anything, and it's, of course, our fault when a tenant is 3 months behind on their rent. Or we're baddies for calling the cops.
3 months is a little excessive. I know people have go through tough times, but...
No, but it's his fault, see.
Yeah, right.
As the landlord, it is your fault that this person's not paid rent. Well, it's not so much that. It's that you have the audacity to ask them when they can pay. Hey, you're 3 months behind. Why are you bugging me, man?
Right.
Because you're 3 months behind. I know. Hello, Mark. Welcome to the men's room.
Is your business ready for what's next? Think about where you want to be in 3 years, 5 years, 10. Growth isn't about numbers. It's having the right specialist by your side. Moss Adams and Baker Tilly have joined forces to create a remarkable new organization. It's one advisory firm with resources, expertise, and vision built specifically to serve the middle market to help you get to what's next. Learn how Baker Tilly can help your business pursue its vision of success. Visit bakertilly.com/combo.
This podcast is brought to you by Kleenex Lotion Tissues. You can't predict sick days, but with Kleenex Lotion Tissues, you can be better prepared for them while helping keep your skin healthy. Whether it's a surprise sneeze or a stuffy nose, it's always good to have something gentle on hand. Kleenex Lotion Tissues moisturize to help prevent skin irritation while you're battling those unwanted cold and flu symptoms. It's extra care when you need it most. I mean, why not have one less thing to worry about when you're not feeling your best? For whatever happens next, grab Kleenex.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
This is Ark Raiders, a multiplayer extraction adventure where most of humanity shelters underground. But raiders rise to the surface in search of something greater. In the Rust Belt, every run is pressure. Every decision is a play call. Face the relentless machines of Ark and rival raiders chasing the same prize. Push forward or extract while you're ahead. Team up, trust no one. Ark Raiders is on sale now. Available for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, S, and PC. Rated T for Teen.
Struggling to find something for everyone on your list? Bob's Discount Furniture can help. Shop Bob's super selection of great gifts, from deluxe dining sets with storage and nap-ready recliners with all the bells and whistles, to oh-so-soft Bob-O-Pedic sofas and beautiful budget-friendly bunk beds, all available at everyday low prices that'll keep your holiday shopping haggle and hassle-free. So stop into your nearest store, shop online at mybobs.com, and holiday the Bob's way. Oh my Bob!
Hello, Mark.
Hello?
Mark.
Hola.
So my stereotype is about Puerto Ricans.
Well, that's not really a stereotype. That's just where you're from.
Well,
what is the stereotype?
Okay. The stereotype is how loud they are. So I've been married to a Puerto Rican for several years, and they are loud. They talk fast, and they all talk loud.
Oh, Mark, you're breaking up. We can't hear you.
So what are you saying? Just loud and
start over.
Okay, so I was married to a Puerto Rican for several years, and Puerto Ricans, the stereotype that they talk really loud and fast is very true, especially when they get together. So I developed what I call the Puerto Rican whisper test.
All right.
All Puerto Ricans are genetically incapable of whispering. So if anybody says, "Oh, I'm Puerto Rican," just give them the whisper test, and if they can't whisper, which every true Puerto Rican cannot, then you'll know that they are a true Puerto Rican. If they can whisper, they're not really from Puerto Rico. That's my stereotype.
Okay, I'll tell you what, man. As far as I was in San Juan for New Year's,
yeah,
and man, they throw down. As far as a party, everybody's dressed to the nines.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you would love to look this good at least once in your lifetime. It's like really nice, light, linen suits type things, and shoes are impeccable, and everybody is good looking.
Oh yeah.
It's insane.
But it is loud. Same thing in Mexico. I told my wife, I said, I do not believe, at all the different places we have traveled in this country, that you could call the cops based on a noise complaint. It was, hey, man, my neighbors are being loud. Like, then move. It is unbelievable. So, like Christmas Day, we were down a couple years ago, Christmas Day. There's absolutely no one on the street. There's nothing, right? And almost like a ghost town. And then about 6 p.m., everybody just hits the street, and like you said, dressed to the nines. Music starts playing. I don't even know where the music's coming from. Like, it just plays because you snap your fingers and it's somewhere in the air. People are dancing. It's closed down the streets. Cops don't care. And it's a lot of fun, but it is unfreaking believable, man, just how loud it is. And at any given time, I'm like, no one's ever home. Like, if you wanted to rob a place, I'm telling like Mexico City would be the place to rob because no one is home. No matter where you go, there are millions of people on the street everywhere. And I'm like, does anyone actually live anywhere? Like, it's impossible to me to always not be home.
Yeah.
But that's the case, and it's just loud as F. But everyone's having a good time. Even if people that aren't having a good time seem like they're still having a better time than you. They can be arguing with their wife, and you're like, why do they still look happier? We're not even arguing. I can't explain it, man.
Well, I would say a white stereotype. Now, you break it because you agree with us, but white people love beer.
Oh, sure. Well,
yeah. Like in different cultures, like I just say, like growing up, like most of the black dudes I hung out with, they always drank liquor, and like they just have a beer.
Right.
It just wasn't their thing.
Now, see, I've always
like
liked beer, but I think where white people start to break off is White Claw. Like, I don't know a brother that drinks White Claw. Like, everyone I know would drink beer, would drink liquor, might be vodka, could be whiskey, whatever. But when it comes to White Claw, I'm like, no, man, that seems to be like,
and very young.
It's in the name.
Also young. That seems to be more of a young drink.
Sort of, but it's starting to pick up, man, because a lot of guys are rolling to the bar, and because of all the flavors now. So I don't know if it has more or less alcohol than beer because I don't drink it, but
it's about the same.
But I guess maybe it's lighter in your belly. But a lot of guys, I don't know if I want a beer tonight. What White Claw flavors do you have? It's like a 55-year-old dude, and we got black cherry, and they're fine with that. And I'm just like, what the F?
I do it all the time. Like if I go out, I try not to go out during the week much, but if I do, I'll drink White Claws. And then on the weekend, it's like, let's rip some beers.
Well, my neighbors are younger, and they throw down quite a bit because they stay up late, they party. And I'll open up my recycling to throw something in there or whatever, and there's 50 cans of White Claw in there because he already ran out of room on the recycling. I mean, they just plow through that crap.
I think we just got to stop stereotyping it, period. I think a lot of people just like them.
What, White Claw?
White Claw, the High Noons, whatever you got.
Yeah, but you never see a 50-year-old guy walk into a bar and order a White Claw.
No,
I'm telling you, there's a couple of us.
Oh, yeah,
we do it
sure.
all. Okay. I'm happy. I can tell you the one guy. He's a Bama fan and a Liverpool guy.
Right. Yeah. You've talked to him.
Yeah. But he's with me. I'm just like, I don't know. Like, after a certain age, like, you're just like, is it any better for you? Probably not. You're drinking alcohol during the week.
Apparently, it just doesn't sit as heavy. That's the vibe I get from all the guys that are like, I don't want beer tonight.
And you're
they
right.
don't want a cocktail.
Yeah.
They want something fizzy, right? And so they'll go White Claw. And I'm like, all right. But I'm sure there's just as much booze. It just doesn't sit as heavy. And then they will pound them, man.
Yeah, and there is something with White Claws, too. It's like when I was on the Cape this summer, Cape Cod,
people were drinking high noons left and right, but I went to one bar, like a locals bar, and ordered one. And it's like, get a load of this guy. He's drinking a White Claw.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was like, Jesus Christ. Wow. The whole bar made fun. We're like, oh, White Claw guy.
Well,
and then my cousin goes, oh, he's from Seattle.
Yeah,
which didn't help.
Oh, jeez.
Well, drinks define people as well. You know, like every bartender knows the vodka soda guy.
Oh, yeah. God, that's almost the go-to.
Whatever it is. You know, I mean, you judge, bartenders judge you on what you order at the bar. And they can pretty much nail your stereotype just based on what you say you want to drink.
But I don't know, because so many chicks drink vodka drinks. I don't know what they put with the vodka, but I feel like 90% of the women I hear, if they get a cocktail, it's a vodka base. And I will always turn my head. There's one woman I know, she'll come in and order a mixed drink, and she'll like, oh, I want it with tequila. And it just makes me turn my head, right? It's the same kind of drink, but she's substituting tequila for vodka. And I'm always like, wow. Like everyone else gets vodka. You're actually getting tequila.
Oh, like a tequila soda?
So somehow in
That's
my
popular
mind,
now.
you know, she's the tough broad. She's the one that'll punch her right in the face. All these vodka candy asses, like whatever. She wants tequila. That's for real, you know? I don't know if that's true.
Yeah.
And my order never changed. In fact, we went to the bar last night. So me and the wife popped in after the remarkable Yuletide festivities at the kids' school. Oddly enough, we determined in that moment, would you like to get a drink? She was like, yes, I would. So our bartender, who you know, as soon as I walked in, she just points to me and goes, I know what you want. And she asked, what do you want? Because my wife will switch it up on occasion. I'm always just get me a beer, get me a shot of Jack. It has not changed. It is easy. I am happy every time. I do not want a mixed drink. I do not want a White Claw. I want a beer. I want a shot. Every time. It has not changed in, 5 years I've been going there? It's like you've never switched it up. So the only time you've switched up your order is if we ran out of the beer you asked for, you just have to pick a different beer. Yeah. But the shot of Jack is there. There's no question. And one time they didn't have Jack. She said, how about J-Mo? I said, fine. Like, that's the only time you switch it up. We've run out of something. I'm like, all right, I don't switch it up. But but I like that because I like when I get to sit down at the bar and your drink arrives. Makes it real easy. Even if they're busy, they can get your drink for you.
Mm-hmm. Here are some stereotypes about millennials, Gen Z, and Gen X at work. So this has to do with work.
All right.
They say millennials set too many boundaries. Many say that millennials' work-life balance is over the top. Millennial hires introduce workplace well-being into the office more than ever. They understand the importance of mental health and how a 30-minute break can impact your day. Millennials are also difficult to work with. As a millennial at work, I've often heard people make sweeping generalizations about my generation. Some say we are entitled and lazy, while others think we are tech-savvy and innovative. I've even heard a few people claim that we are difficult to work with and lack loyalty to our employers.
But that's not about whether you're millennial, Gen Z. That's every older generation. Every older generation says that about the generation behind them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Plus,
I heard this
millennials
from
have
my
a
parents.
reason to. Like, it's not the old days of having a pension and working for the same company or over.
Right.
Companies will, hear my voice. They are not loyal to you.
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever they tell you. So, you don't have to be loyal to a company.
Yeah, a lot of people.
You're working there.
People stuck with their job, like you said, because of that pension. And when that was something you could count on, like, they might not like their job, but the company knew, just based on the fact that we're giving you basically a decent retirement, we know you'll stick it out, right? So it's not the best of times, but yeah, nowadays, they're like, we're not stupid.
And is this list mistaking millennials for Gen Z again? Millennials get a lot, because we've been roped into the next generation as well. It's like, no, we're all in our 30s and 40s. Like, we have not been difficult to work with. We have been grinding for nothing. Whereas Gen Z is they're the ones that are coming up, and they're, very focused on mental health. They use a lot of therapy speak, and they weaponize it. So I get that, but like millennials, we're just trying to stay out of the way.
But every generation is going to tell you that. I mean, who did not grow up with their parents telling you how much easier you have it now than they did? Because, when I was your age, we had a blah, blah, blah. So, look, that's something we're going to do for the rest of our freaking life. My kid, right, is 13. I promise you by the time he's my age, he'll be telling his kid the same thing. When I was growing up, I had it rough. I used to have to, turn the on button on my computer. Whatever it is.
A couple of age stereotypes. Older adults. These are negative ones. Frail, sickly, dependent, forgetful, lonely, and unable to make decisions or use technology.
Is that a stereotype, or is that that's the inevitable consequence of being alive that long?
Yeah.
Right. Not all old people are in that boat, but a huge majority are because you're old.
Yeah.
And you know what happens? You get forgetful. To me, that's not so much a stereotype. It's like, I don't know. It's like, one thing I notice about all fresh hot dogs, they're hot. Like, it's not a stereotype. It's That's just kind of the situation, man.
I definitely notice I'm sliding into those ages of dressing more for comfort than style.
Oh, absolutely.
So typically I just like, even at work, I just want to be comfortable. Unless I have a meeting or something to, with a client or something like that.
But we have a job where we can.
Yeah.
And my dad, man, I just every day came home from work, had the suit. And the first thing he did was want to get out of it.
Take that tie off.
It was always, the tie's already loose when they get in. And I was just, as a kid, like, why do they make you wear that if 100% of the men I've seen in my life, the first thing they do is loosen that noose around your neck? Why doesn't somebody say, hey, obviously they don't want to wear this and it's not necessary?
We generally call it a knot.
Well, yes. To me, it's like a noose.
Jesus Christ. Yes. They say teenagers, moody, reckless, and resistant to parental guidance. That's what teenagers are.
They're teenagers. Yeah.
Exactly. Common positive age stereotypes. All
Okay.
right, here's some positive ones. Older adults, wise.
Easy to scam.
Experienced, yes. Kind, family-oriented, and financially comfortable. Some people are, some people are not. Older adults also, some stereotypes are also positive, portraying older people as having wisdom and experience, such as a golden ager who is healthy and adventurous.
They have experience, but sometimes the wisdom does not always follow.
I know for a fact my kids are just 100 times smarter than me.
Sure.
So no matter what, if I was really needing to get some good advice, I probably would ask someone, who's 40-some years younger than me, what to do about it. And
there is something nice, though. Like, I don't know. Like, you ever sit around a fire and there's just that guy in his 70s and he's, like, cool about it. He's giving, like, real potent advice.
Sure.
I'm thinking about somebody else's granddad, but I was like, man, I miss sitting around the fire with that SOB.
Yeah.
Like, keep telling me stories.
Here's a couple more. I'm a blonde. Once in a bar, I saw one of those stuffed rabbit heads with antlers hanging on the wall.
Oh, no.
A jackalope?
And I asked my buddy, are those real?
Jesus Christ, man. Just Google it next time. Just keep certain words in your mouth.
White programmer. Up until last year, sex was scarce, and the sun scared me. Eternally grateful for any woman who would even look at me. Let's see. My crazy bat ex, who has 3 DUIs, deals drugs, and always is in and out of jail. She's a psychologist. So, yes, when they say psychologists are crazy themselves, it's very true. Couple more. New home construction superintendent. We hate most of our homeowners. They're helpless idiots. And here's a good one. I'm a PE teacher, and yes, I'm a lesbian. I'm also a casual longshoreman and work as a security guard. She says, quote, total lesbo.
You think she drives a truck or a motorcycle?
I would say Subaru.
Longshoreman, too.
All right. Well, yeah, truck.
Forester.
Return of Who Sucks Less is coming up at 4:30. We've got your emails on the way next from the men's room at KISW.com.
Is your business ready for what's next? Think about where you want to be in 3 years, 5 years, 10. Growth isn't about numbers. It's having the right specialist by your side. Moss Adams and Baker Tilly have joined forces to create a remarkable new organization. It's one advisory firm with resources, expertise, and vision built specifically to serve the middle market to help you get to what's next. Learn how Baker Tilly can help your business pursue its vision of success. Visit bakertilly.com/combo.
This podcast is brought to you by Kleenex Lotion Tissues. You can't predict sick days, but with Kleenex Lotion Tissues, you can be better prepared for them while helping keep your skin healthy. Whether it's a surprise sneeze or a stuffy nose, it's always good to have something gentle on hand. Kleenex Lotion Tissues moisturize to help prevent skin irritation while you're battling those unwanted cold and flu symptoms. It's extra care when you need it most. I mean, why not have one less thing to worry about when you're not feeling your best? For whatever happens next, grab Kleenex.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
This is Ark Raiders, a multiplayer extraction adventure where most of humanity shelters underground. But raiders rise to the surface in search of something greater. In the Rust Belt, every run is pressure. Every decision is a play call. Face the relentless machines of Ark and rival raiders chasing the same prize. Push forward or extract while you're ahead. Team up, trust no one. Arc Raiders is on sale now. Available for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, S, and PC. Rated T for Teen.
Struggling to find something for everyone on your list? Bob's Discount Furniture can help. Shop Bob's super selection of great gifts, from deluxe dining sets with storage and nap-ready recliners with all the bells and whistles to oh-so-soft Bob-O-Pedic sofas and beautiful budget-friendly bunk beds, all available at everyday low prices that'll keep your holiday shopping haggle and hassle-free. So stop into your nearest store, shop online at mybobs.com, and holiday the Bob's way. Oh my Bob!
If you're still waiting for a sign, here's another one. At California Psychics, we reject 98% of the psychics who apply to work for us. So we only connect you with the best. That's how we can guarantee if your reading isn't life-changing, it's free. And right now, new customers receive 20 minutes for just $20. If that's not a sign, I don't know what is. Dramatic sound effect incoming. Experience the joy of certainty at CaliforniaPsychics.com.
Is your business ready for what's next? Think about where you want to be in 3 years, 5 years, 10. Growth isn't about numbers. It's having the right specialist by your side. Moss Adams and Baker Tilly have joined forces to create a remarkable new organization. It's one advisory firm with resources, expertise, and vision built specifically to serve the middle market to help you get to what's next. Learn how Baker Tilly can help your business pursue its vision of success. Visit bakertilly.com/combo.
Your cold is coming! Your cold is coming! The cold season is upon us!
Oh no, I can't afford to get sick now.
When it's cold season and you feel the first sign of one coming, shorten it with Zicam, the #1 cold shortening brand.
Thanks, Revere.
We really need to keep Zicam on hand.
Shorten your cold with Zicam.
Shorten your cold at the first sign with cold shortening products from Zicam, the #1 cold shortening brand. Available in stores or see where to buy at Zicam.com.
We return to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
Who Sucks Less is cut up for you here at 4:30, but first time for a few emails from the men's room at KISW.com.
You've got mail. You've got mail.
And a couple more from our question today. Sex, race, religion, occupation. What do you do that perfectly fits your stereotype? Guys, I'm half Asian. I can't live without rice. And I'm proficient with math.
Oh, I love potatoes.
Yeah, well, I'm
Irish dude.
Yeah.
Okay, it
like,
took me a second. I'm like, okay.
Well, he's kind of making fun of himself. I'm like, yeah, I like potatoes in all forms. Potato chips.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
How often do you hear me talk about chips? Like, can't have them. I'll eat them all.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm a white male. Grew up in the Pacific Northwest. So, yes, I have a beard. Haha. Guys, I'm kind of OCD perfectionist. I'm in quality assurance.
That makes sense.
What is quality assurance exactly?
I mean, exactly what it says, depending what it is you're checking the quality of. But it can be food products, it can be mechanical products, right? But if that's your job, I want someone who's a OCD and kind of a perfectionist.
Guys, I'm Irish. Drink 1 gallon of whiskey a week.
Damn.
Oh, here's a not so good one. I'm a truck driver. Not one of us is sober.
Oh, damn.
Very comforting.
Gentlemen, I am white, and I love cheese.
I don't know.
If I'm on an airline, I get a cheese plate every time.
Sure. I love that fruit and cheese platter. I just didn't think of that as a white stereotype, but I guess it.
Now you know.
Yeah.
Cheese lover.
Is that our thing?
Well, I like cheese too, but no one makes fun of me.
Right.
Like, I can eat cheese, you can eat fried chicken. If we switch plates, then we get the looks.
Would you go out of your way to make a charcuterie?
I have, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I buy a block of cheese every time I go to the grocery store.
Yeah.
I have more cheese in my fridge than most people normally would. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, some stereotypes don't always work.
Yeah.
Like, nobody's going to look at my old Acura tinted windows and picture me popping out.
No. That's a
So,
surprise, brother.
He's not helping. He's helping our stereotype.
Your door should actually just say surprise when you open it.
And finally, guys, my uncle was a pastry chef. He always told me to never trust a skinny chef.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Time for a few birthdays brought to you by Men's Room Roasted Red Salsa from San Juan Salsa Company.
Tip responsibly.
All right, let's see. Birthdays. Guys, happy birthday to myself since no one else is going to send in a birthday shout out. Turning 32. So can I get an uh-oh lookout, an owl hitting the window, and the captain telling a story about, maybe pooping yourself at work, as my recent foreman did. Thank you for the many years of laughs, guys. That from Nick.
Uh-oh, look out.
Well, ahoy there. This might surprise you, but the Capitan has never pooped himself at work. I mean, sure, I've dropped my pants and poofed off the side of the SS Guppy, but we call that chumming. Actually, that's how I met Charlie the Tuna. But as far as pooping yourself at work, the old Keebler Elves had a norovirus outbreak they didn't get to, but it inspired the fudge stripe cookies, the fudge sticks, and the fudge-covered something grams. That's correct. They said time is money, just add a little sugar. Crunch berries.
Guys, it's my wife's birthday. She turns 33 this year. Can you please give her some turtle sex? And Coke Ted giving some advice on how she should spend her holiday break. Thanks, guys. That from Anthony. Doesn't say his wife's name.
Not important, Miles.
Well, if she's listening to me, she's going to be out partying her ass off, all right? That guy doesn't even remember your name. You stay here in the bar, maybe hit the bathroom with me, and then let's rock and roll, girl.
Macholos, please help me wish my amazing husband, Elia, a very happy 36th birthday. He had a very successful year, the highlights of it being the birth of our son, celebrating our 10th year wedding anniversary, and watching his beloved Sounders win Leagues Cup live. He's a wonderful husband and a dedicated and caring father, and we love him very much. So can you get a random soundbite or two from Mike, some thrill shotgun gets, dad jokes from Miles, and Coach Ted hyping him up for the next Sounders MLS season? Thanks, guys. That from Victoria.
You like that? You like that?
You, eh?
Get.
You, your girl, and your Johnson.
Get.
Dad jokes. Why does Santa carry a single stone with him in his sleigh? Why does Santa carry a single stone with him in his sleigh?
I got nothing.
It's his Jingle Bell Rock. All right. Guys, a bad motorboat accident is when you almost drown.
Oh, yeah?
A good one is when you almost suffocate.
All right. Took me a second.
What do you call the nutcracker performed by plumbers? What do you call the nutcracker?
The butt cracker.
The butt cracker.
Butt cracker.
And finally, on the dad jokes, the Dallas Cowboys visited an orphanage over the weekend.
Oh, yeah?
So the kids wouldn't feel that bad.
It's like the Cowboys wouldn't need to feel better.
Yeah, no kidding.
All right, guys, here you go.
Hey, on. It's my brother Chris's birthday.
Oh, you just remember now.
Well, I called him. Mike, give him a penis is too small. What else a good principal need?
Principal. Ooh.
Please clap.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
How
fine.
old's your brother?
52.
All
52.
right. Okay. Very good.
Took me a sec.
All right, guys, here you go.
Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you, to you, to you.
Ya's a Dirty Germans brought to you by Men's Room Original Sausage. Available through Uli's world famous sausage, mensroomlive.com, and other fine retailers. Schweinefleisch.
Just got a new puppy or kitten? Congrats. But also, yikes. Between crates, beds, toys, treats, and those first few vet visits, you've probably already dropped a small fortune, which is where Lemonade Pet Insurance comes in. It helps cover vet costs so you can focus on what's best for your new pet. The coverage is customizable, sign up is quick and easy, and your claims are handled in as little as 3 seconds. Pro tip, Lemonade offers a package specifically for puppies and kittens. Get a quote at lemonade.com/pet. Your future self will thank you. Your pet won't. They don't know what insurance is.
Is your business ready for what's next? Think about where you want to be in 3 years, 5 years, 10. Growth isn't about numbers. It's having the right specialist by your side. Moss Adams and Baker Tilly have joined forces to create a remarkable new organization. It's one advisory firm with resources, expertise, and vision built specifically to serve the middle market to help you get to what's next. Learn how Baker Tilly can help your business pursue its vision of success. Visit bakertilly.com/combo.
Your cold is coming! Your cold is coming! The cold season is upon us!
Oh no, I can't afford to get sick now.
When it's cold season and you feel the first sign of one coming, shorten it with Zicam, the #1 cold shortening brand.
Thanks, Revere.
We really need to keep Zicam on hand.
Shorten your cold with Zicam.
Shorten your cold at the first sign with cold shortening products from Zicam, the #1 cold shortening brand. Available in stores or see where to buy at Zicam.com.
Homes.com is the only place where you can find specialized neighborhood guides with the in-depth insider info home shoppers want. Very in-depth info. Want to know if there's homes for sale in the area? We've got it. How long has a home been on the market? We'll know it. Average lot size? Uh-huh. Proximity to local parks? Of course. Insight into your neighbor's divorce? We're working on it.
Homes.com. We've done your homework. Come to DSW for the shoes, stay for the fun. Because, let's be honest, if shoe shopping isn't fun, are you even doing it right? So go ahead, try something new. Try something different. Good different. Try something that feels like you. You know, the real you. And then definitely brag about it later. Because at DSW, you've got unlimited freedom to play. Find the shoes that get you at prices that get your budget at DSW stores or at DSW.com. Let us surprise you.
Thank you, Bob. A couple extra emails. Ola, guys, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Subject
Merry Christmas.
is airplane stairs. Just got off the plane in lovely Paris, France.
All right.
Oh, Teddy.
Yeah,
Made sure to stop at the top of the stairs and waved to everybody. Adieu. That from Tony. What else? Guys, I'm just commenting on something I've heard Miles mention multiple times. Reheating the pizza in a pan on the stove. Simply dynamite. That is the only way I'm going to do it now. With the microwave, you just get that soggy, warm slice. That stove crisps that bread up. It has a slight crunch to the bread, and all the toppings are reheated. Mm-hmm. That from your favorite listener, B Money.
Do you like that better than just reheating it in the oven?
I do, because it crisps up the bottom, I think, a little bit better.
That makes sense.
That's all right. And if you put a lid on top, you can melt the cheese again and everything else. What else have we got here? Definitely wanted to read this one. It says, guys, I want to start out with you guys are awesome. I'm not sure if this is something you could do to help out, but hope so. So the Saturday night before Thanksgiving in Tacoma, my aunt and uncle are driving home, and some guy threw a chunk of concrete over an overpass, and it landed on and in their car going under it, slamming into my uncle's head. The tragic story of what happened and what he's been fighting for since is on our GoFundMe page. I was hoping you would be able to just get the word out there. He's a genuinely nice person, has a great sense of humor. He and my aunt's life has been changed forever. As it states on, they're just asking for help for the expenses that are already piling up fast. And it's not just about the financial strain. It's also about the thoughts and prayers and good vibes you can give, if you could. Hoping he will have a good quality of life, hopefully in the future. Thank you guys for everything that you do, for the sanity of all of our commuters, and also for all the off-air things that you guys do for the community. Happy holidays from a loyal rockaholic and their family. Thanks, guys. That's from Justin. And the name of the GoFundMe is Donate to Support Gary's Recovery after a tragic accident, and that's organized by Stephanie Miller. So
damn, man.
I just want to get the word out there. I remember that story. That was...
I don't remember it.
Yeah,
obviously it made the news, but I don't remember seeing it. That is insane.
All right, coming up here at 5:08. We will drink and toast with a shot of the day, but first...
Now, the men's room wants to know... Who sucks less?
Yay! Time for Who Sucks Less. Stephen Thrill, you bring us 3 stories from the news each and every week. They always suck. However, it's up to us to determine out of those 3 stories which one sucks the least. Now, if you happen to like the Men's Room on Facebook or follow us on X and Instagram at Men's Room Live, the debate is already underway on Who Sucks Less.
Yeah, and like I said at the top of the show, all 3 stories inevitably kind of involve the medical industry. You know, whether people are taking drugs, stealing money, etc., etc. But let's just get underway. So we go to India, where a man has been accused of denying his wife penicillin when she was ill, which led to her death, while later accepting medicine for his own illness, thus saving his own life. All right, so she just needed penicillin. This is not some crazy, like, snake antivenom. This is penicillin. He denies her penicillin. She dies. A little bit later, he has a different illness. They're like, hey, we have a medication. He's like, oh, yeah, absolutely. Bring it on. Now, in addition to allowing his wife to die, in spite of the medication being available, he's also accused of mistreatment of women, which included his own teenage nieces. Apparently, he slept with several of them to, quote, test his celibacy. That was his quote, to test his celibacy. But he didn't stop with his nieces. The man also conducted controversial experiments that involved sharing his bed naked with other young women and girls to, again, test his self-control. We never got the results on how well he did on that. Now, these acts have been widely described as abusive and exploitative because they are. He was also a devout and unapologetic racist. Anyway, turns out he was also shot and killed. And I guess that's a happy ending. Yeah, this guy. So that's his story.
So he's just not a good person.
It seems that way. Actually, we stay in India for story number 2, where a woman is facing harsh criticism for creating what some are calling a cult of death. Now, the accusations stem from her allegedly prioritizing a cult of suffering over adequate medical care in her hospices. She operates a series of hospices in different countries around the world. Sounds kind on the surface, but she's accused of accepting money from questionable sources like dictators and then potentially misusing those funds despite massive donations. Critics pointed to poor conditions, lack of diagnosis, and unnecessary pain relief in her facilities. In other words, she's suspected of using her donations for personal benefit instead of investing in the hospice facilities. Now, despite huge donations, her clients often lack, they say, basic hygiene, proper diagnosis, and sufficient pain relief, with critics claiming she viewed suffering as spiritually valuable. That was her explanation. Now, millions of donations were reportedly not effectively used for patient care, with some questioning where the money went. Now, critics argue she glorified suffering, promoting a view that suffering was good rather than alleviating. It also saved a lot of money, none of which has actually been tracked down. Again, she passed away of natural causes at the age of 87. And then finally, closer to home, we go to New Jersey, where a man was fired from his job as a nurse after 16 years in the industry. He's accused of stealing drugs from the hospital. So a coworker found medication vials in a disposal bin. The drugs were not valuable outside of the hospital, and since they were not used for recreational drug use, the hospital launched an investigation and found that he'd been stealing medications, and he was fired. Now, before his medical career, he'd been a petty officer second class as part of the team that operated the Poseidon missiles aboard the submarine, the USS Woodrow Wilson. And after serving our country, he went to nursing school and then worked at various hospitals in New Jersey and Pennsylvania. He's worked at the burn units, coronary care, the intensive care unit, where he received the Employee Award, cardiac care, and finally the critical care of the Somerset Medical Center in Somerset, New Jersey. It was there that he was, in fact, busted for stealing the drugs that actual patients needed for their care. So those are your 3 stories. We have the guy in India who, at the jump, denied medication for his wife, which led to her death, accepted medication for him, which led to his continued life. And this is the guy who, the mistreatment of women, including sleeping with his 2 teenage nieces, again, to test his celibacy, was his excuse. And then didn't stop there. We have the woman in India. She runs hospices around the world. But basically, she was getting a lot of donations because it sounds good on the surface, but misappropriating the funds, and no one's sure where the money went, but it did not go to the hospices. And then finally, the guy who possibly had been stealing drugs for 16 years was certainly in the last 3 years of his profession as a nurse in New Jersey. Wow.
So he's just stealing them to steal them.
As far as because
there's no recreational,
they're not
opiates.
No, they were like, that's why. It just seemed weird to them, like, this is worth investigating. You could probably pick out a drug addict. You know, if they're taking opiates, you could probably figure out who's taking them. But in this case, they're like, there's no recreational value to these. But fired nevertheless, because you still can't steal the drugs that patients need at a hospital.
I mean, that almost seems worse. At least, like, somebody, like, you shouldn't be stealing medication from anybody.
But you understand
at least the addict, I go,
you're addicted.
All right, they're addicted. They're feeding their, like, just stealing medication, like a blood pressure pill from somebody, just to let them suffer seems awful.
Mm-hmm. And the pain relief ones he wasn't taking on his own?
Not as far as I know. It was not indicated in the article.
I'll tell you what, I'll give you credit. We haven't had this one. It's very tough to pick any of them.
Yeah.
I know it's always the game, but today I'm like, Jesus.
Well, the guy in India is a scumbag, obviously. The guy that killed his wife.
Let his wife die. He did not kill her.
What he did with his nieces. He got his, though, in the end. Probably just for being a douche. But that's pretty bad. I don't know the numbers on the woman in India, but the fact that they labeled those hospices as a cult of death.
That was the nickname given. Obviously,
and they're
she
all
did
around
not
the
call
world,
them that.
and they're multiple locations.
Yeah.
Lacking basic hygiene, proper diagnosis.
And getting a lot of money and donations.
And pain relief and all that stuff. To me, just based on what I would assume to be the numbers of people affected, I think that one sucks the most.
Okay.
Just because of the numbers. Now, we know the guy in India, he sucks pretty bad. In this case, I guess I got to go, Ted, with the nurse in New Jersey, because death is not involved in this. Patients were in pain. That's horrible. Yeah. But just trying to measure the three stories up against each other, I'm going to go with the nurse in New Jersey.
Do we know if the woman in India, was she like pocketing the money?
Nobody's quite sure. That's the assumption, but like anything, you got $1 million donation, 10 for your hospice that you own, Ted. 10,000 went to the hospice, 990,000 is missing. I don't know that you pocketed it, but there seemed to be no paper trail.
It didn't go to the hospice.
To be right.
Or the hospices.
Which is what the donation was for. So maybe, who knows, maybe she invested in Bitcoin, but it didn't make it to the intended target.
Or bought a vacation home or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a tough one. Again.
And she's passed away as well.
Yes.
But at least I could figure out her reasoning, which is just
greed.
She's right, greed. Which again isn't like being an addict stealing pills, but I could fathom like, all right, she's greedy. She's just stealing this money. She's not actually helping people. The guy in India, like we said, obviously a scumbag, terrible human being. I just can't get over this guy and the nurse in Jersey. Just stealing medication, like that just seems like a sick, like, oh, I'm just going to let him writhe in pain or die on the air. Yep. Now, you're right. If they didn't die, if it was just a pain thing, that's better. Because both cases, the woman in India, people are dying in there. But I don't know. At least she had some bad, terrible reason to do it.
So you're saying
I'll
woman
say,
in India sucks the least?
Yes.
All right. It's interesting you say that. So, guys, just so you know, this was... Miles, you think that Mahatma Gandhi sucks the worst. You think Mahatma Gandhi was at... Yeah, Ted, I set you up. Mahatma Gandhi... You think Mahatma Gandhi, that was the man, he was, as I said, he was shot and killed. He was the worst because he did deny his wife penicillin.
Douchebag, I believe, is what Miles called him.
You call Gandhi
douche, just douche.
Yeah.
No douche.
I did think, the middle one did sound, I was like, I just read this thing about Mother Teresa.
That was Mother Teresa, Ted.
You were kidding me.
The woman in India who basically pocketed a lot of money from hospices around the world, but no one could quite track down the money, and her hospices are run very shoddily. She's known as Mother Teresa. Yes. And then finally, Ted, maybe you have the best eye for this kind of thing because you said that this guy that's stealing the non-opioid, non-addictive, non-drug recreational.
It is.
It is. Because that particular guy is Charles Edmund Cullen, who confessed to 29 murders. They confirmed 40, but based on his experience, they believe that he murdered up to 400 people.
In the hospital?
Through the hospital.
Through the hospital.
I feel like I did okay at this.
You did. I totally thought you would think he sucks the least.
Other than the fact that you said that Gandhi is a terrible human being.
So, Miles, you're down on Gandhi.
Jesus.
I mean, and look, these are their stories, right? They are known for other things, but these are the stories. So Gandhi, known for other things, but that was his
No
deal.
wonder he was shot and killed.
Like, my wife died.
Jesus.
Penicillin, dude, he got malaria. He's like, give me the medication. Slept with his nieces to, quote unquote, test his celibacy. And like I said, we never got the result. That was Mahatma Gandhi. So the woman with the hospices around the world, taking money from dictators in other countries are like, man, don't take his money. They're going to want a favor. She said, no, I don't take that money. The assumption was that it went to the hospices. It did not. And no one knows where that money went. And look, she didn't live like she was rich, so who knows where the money went. But it wasn't going to the hospices. And yeah, Ted, you nailed it. The guy stealing the drugs the patients needed. Yeah, it turns out he may have killed up to 400 people. Notorious serial killer here in the United States. So now you know. Mahatma Gandhi, Mother Teresa, and a serial killer. Yay! So Ted, when you asked me earlier, hey man, are you doing like the setup? I'm like, oh dude, I totally forgot.
Yeah.
And I came in and told Mike. Ted, believe me, because he asked me directly, because you're talking about Diddy.
I wanted you to talk about how, but I had never told you off air, like, hey, you should use Diddy.
Yeah.
Because he donated a ton of money. Yeah. Right? Oh, man, I'm so glad I knew there was something
happy about this?
sick and twisted.
You actually,
You're glad about the serial killer.
Well, I'm just glad I know people.
That he sucked the most.
Yeah,
I was like,
I think
he's
that
the worst.
The most. Like, there's no reasoning behind
He doesn't
that.
have one redeeming quality.
Like, he's just a sick dude.
All right. Debate continues on Who Sucks Less. If you like the Men's Room on Facebook or follow us on X and Instagram at Men's Room Live.
We're waiting for that.
Coming up until 5:08, we're going to drink a toast with a shot of the day. You are listening to the Men's Room.
If you're an experienced pet owner, you already know that having a pet is 25% belly rubs, 25% yelling, drop it, and 50% groaning at the bill from every pet visit, which is why Lemonade Pet Insurance is tailor-made for your pet and can save you up to 90% on vet bills. It can help cover checkups, emergencies, x-rays, diagnostics, basically all the stuff that makes your bank account get nervous. Claims are filed super easily through the Lemonade app and half get settled instantly. Get a quote at lemonade.com/pet and they'll help cover the vet bill for whatever your pet swallowed after you yelled, "Drop it."
Is your business ready for what's next? Think about where you want to be in 3 years, 5 years, 10. Growth isn't about numbers. It's having the right specialist by your side. Moss Adams and Baker Tilly have joined forces to create a remarkable new organization. It's one advisory firm with resources, expertise, and vision built specifically to serve the middle market to help you get to what's next. Learn how Baker Tilly can help your business pursue its vision of success. Visit bakertilly.com/combo.
Your cold is coming! Your cold is coming! The cold season is upon us!
Oh no, I can't afford to get sick now.
When it's cold season and you feel the first sign of one coming, shorten it with Zicam, the #1 cold shortening brand.
Thanks, Revere.
We really need to keep Zicam on hand.
Shorten your cold with Zicam.
Shorten your cold at the first sign with cold shortening products from Zicam, the #1 cold shortening brand. Available in stores or see where to buy at Zicam.com.
Huddle up. We got one play. Everything we work for comes down to this.
Quick question. Speaking of workouts, how would you rate your athletic program?
Bro, we're in the middle of the state championship.
Oh, so like a B+ then?
Dude, get out of our huddle.
Well, at Homes.com, we leave it all on the field to get you detailed information on local schools.
Off the field.
Off the field. Copy. All right, go sports.
How'd he even get in here?
Homes.com. We've done your homework.
Come to DSW for the shoes, stay for the fun. Because, let's be honest, if shoe shopping isn't fun, are you even doing it right? So go ahead, try something new. Try something different. Good different. Try something that feels like you. You know, the real you. And then definitely brag about it later. Because at DSW, you've got unlimited freedom to play. Find the shoes that get you at prices that get your budget at DSW stores or at DSW.com. Let us surprise you.
89.9 KISW. The men's room returns with Miles and Thrill.
All right, coming up here at 5:08, we'll drink and toast with a shot of the day. And we do have your headlines on the way at 5:50. But first, quick take out with Mike Hogg and some of the stories and headlines he is not working on.
Thank you, Miles. A new study found that Italian bears living near villages have evolved to be smaller and less aggressive.
Yeah, I'm not so angry now. You know, give me some trash. It's really good, yeah.
It's beautiful there, right?
Excuse.
Ooh, I'm not as aggressive anymore.
I've been trying to put the trash back in your trash can when I am done, eh?
Manja.
Where's the gabagoo?
I don't know why. I love the Italian bear. Like, now he's like wearing pants and like cool shoes. He's just like, yeah, of course, he's the Italian bear, right?
How does he have slicked back hair?
Yeah.
Jewelry the whole night.
He's just smoking all the time.
Talks like Dez.
Looks like Dez, that's right. He's got a pool but doesn't use it.
He owns like 3 sweatsuits. I like that. Yeah, we live near town. We had to get nicer.
Yeah. I really calmed down since I moved in. I'm from the city, you know.
Right.
People nice around here.
I'm gonna go to Sicily. Oh wait, that's supposed to say it again. Excuse.
Yeah.
Excuse. Do you have any aranciadas?
What's the matter? You got some car trouble I can help you with? It's unfortunate. Just Right Auto.
Now they're running an auto shop.
That's right. Look out. Right. There's an article. He wears nothing but wife beaters.
Yep.
There's an article highlighting the fact that it's house moving season in Nantucket.
House moving season.
House moving season. So just the changing conditions of that area. Apparently what they were saying was that a lot of the houses that are built, they need some sort of a change or an update or something like that. So a lot of places will just basically want to condemn the homes that are there, and then they'll tear them down and then they'll build new ones. But the way that their rules work over there is that they basically have to declare, we're going to tear down this house.
All right.
It's yours if you want it. You just need to hike it up and out of here and get the house out of there. And it happens all the time. People will go over there, they'll grab a trailer, they'll jack the house up, and then they will move it to wherever they want to. Sometimes it's back a few feet. Sometimes it's to a completely different lot.
They just do a different foundation at a different location.
Yeah.
It's a different pain in the ass. That can't be cheap.
Dude, I'm telling you, Nantucket is a different world.
No kidding.
Yeah. And again, all the people that live there are very pissed now
because they opened a brewery and a winery.
Right.
So now you have just
outsiders.
Yeah, that come over for the day. It used to be if you didn't know somebody on Nantucket, you didn't go over there, and they kind of let you know.
Sure.
Kind of like people say about Paris. Like, people are not friendly. They know who lives on the island and who doesn't. Which is weird. You go to the vineyard, people are fine.
They're fine.
Okay.
Vineyard, yeah.
People are fine. But Nantucket is, yeah.
No kidding.
Okay, I'm going to get a point to not go.
Yeah, I'm all right.
I've been to the Cape countless times. I've been in the vineyard. You want to go to Nantucket? No desire.
No kidding.
Wow. Yeah.
Okay.
60% of Americans would love a monetary gift for the holidays.
Yeah, don't say.
I'll take one.
Huh.
Basically. Again, we've been talking about this for years with Amazon. Like, nobody wants for anything anymore. If you want it and you need it, you just go on there and you get it. You can have it in a few days. So, yeah, some dough would be great.
Money's great all the time.
Yes.
On any occasion, people are like, cool, it's money.
Whoever made up the... Look, I get it. If it's your significant other, don't give her cash. But...
That'd be a little weird.
To say...
Equal, baby, I love you.
Here's $100.
Here's a stack.
Thanks for last night.
Damn.
But when people are like, it's so impersonal to give cash to somebody as a gift, it's like, who told you that?
It's just not a sexy gift.
Yeah.
It doesn't take any thought. It doesn't take any work. It doesn't take any depth of knowing who the person is. But
It does,
very
because you
much accepted.
determine the cash amount.
Okay.
Like, some thought goes into that. I mean, I know it sounds stupid, and maybe it's impersonal, but also, like, look, man, if I don't know what you want, and you know what you do want, this cash will help you get it.
Right. You know, we did a Secret Santa here with the Odyssey team members.
Yeah, I bought a Willie Nelson Chia.
Absolutely. But looking at it,
what?
It said you could opt out.
I know.
So Miles and I did. Oh, you did too.
I opted out,
I thought Miles and I were the only two.
Nah.
All right.
Oh, no, I opted in.
Steve was the only one who opted in.
Oh,
actually.
look at you, Mr. Friendly.
Well, I saw the Chia Pet commercial, and I'm like, I got SpongeBob, they have Bitcoin, but I saw Willie Nelson, and I'm like, I'm giving that to somebody.
But, you know, they do it like a $25 limit or something like that on it.
Yeah.
Okay. If you did Secret Santa, you opted in, and then you thought you got your Chia Pet, Steve, all right? You went out, you actually found a Chia Pet, you got it, you figured out who your person was, you did
By
it.
me, I had my wife ordered on Amazon, but yes.
Same deal.
Yeah.
But if your Secret Santa gave you an envelope with $25 cash in it,
I'd have gone to the bar, and I'd have been
straight.
super happy.
Damn straight.
Yeah.
That
And I
works.
remember as a kid once, one of the uncles I didn't really know on my mom's side, they had me and they gave me a big box. It was like, it ended up being a small box instead of a giant box, and this and that. There was $40 in it. And all day, I was like, got $40 today.
Yeah,
I mean, I had gotten
$40.
toy after toy, but that $40, I was like, $40?
That's possibility right there.
Right?
That's whatever you want it to be.
That's exactly it.
It's a lot of hot dogs.
Put your thinking caps on, boys. Time for the Merriam-Webster word of the day, brought to you by the letter E. It is a verb, and I give you guys 30% chance of success on this one. To do this with an ideology or a belief or etc. is to take up and support it as a cause. It is an E word, which means to take up and support an ideology, a belief, etc. As a
Extremism.
cause. Extremism. Not bad, but not the answer. Any other guesses before I reveal?
It's a verb?
It is a verb, an E word to take up and support as a cause some ideology, a belief, etc., anything like that.
Empathy?
Espouse is the word.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Espouse.
I thought espouse meant like somebody he keeps espousing about this and that.
We use it a little wrong, but yeah, we use it in that context.
Right, you're taking it up and supporting it. You're singing its praises all the time. Doctors are urging folks to know their health as we get into the holiday season, as the risk of heart attack or stroke rises this time of year.
Because you're around family.
I would say family and food,
and shopping.
Correct.
Yeah. Sadly, I think the day after Christmas is like the biggest day for heart attacks.
I
New
wouldn't
Year's
be
Day.
shocked.
On the second day of Christmas, my true love gave to
Well,
me.
it's cold.
a
The weather's
defibrillator.
colder. Right, you're exactly right. People are probably going to eat a lot more than they normally would. You might have stress. You might have a cocktail. Like, it's just a combination of bad stuff.
And you're going to eat things that you don't normally eat. You're going to eat a lot more of something that you just don't. We're going to carb it up. We're going to starch it up. We're going to clog our arteries. There's cookies and candy and stuff like that all over the place.
I've eaten a lot of cookies in the last 2 days, thanks to being here.
Right.
Puppy chow.
The stress of family goes into Jedi levels because you have to deal with your family no matter how little you like them. And you have to forgive them for things that you don't want to because you know that they're just waiting on the fact that you're just going to drop it.
Oh, sure.
And they suck because of that. So, you're dealing with the politics of family, which is, it sucks.
Yeah.
So the stress is in different levels. The foods that you're eating as a comfort just continue to get shoveled down your throat.
And you probably eat more comfort food when you're around your family.
Right. And you drink more when you're around your family because that makes them bearable.
Because they're making the food you like.
Yeah.
Well, and it's fun, too. I don't know. You got that one cousin or something you don't see, and they're like, you want to go out to the garage and have a beer? Like,
absolutely.
Tell them 2 or 3.
There's an article that just wants to remind us that your Spotify Wrapped serves as a reminder that even our leisure time is being surveilled and sold.
Yeah.
Wasn't it already?
Yeah.
Isn't that really what everybody just targets?
But it's nothing new. I mean, you read the fine print of anything you set up for. It's basically what they're telling you. Like, we want your information.
Correct.
And my thing is, I don't care if you have my information because I know you already have it. Right. I can piss and moan about it, but it's already done. My thing is like, look, I don't know what you sell it for, but people will be a lot cooler if you sell it because you're making just extra money on that frivolous income for them. Let's cut us in for 50%. Like Spotify is like, we're going to sell your information. All right, just give me at the end of the year, just send me a check so I can find out what I'm worth to the consumer.
Even if it's $1 a customer, give me 50
Right,
cents.
it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Just hook me up.
I think Thrill saw it, but there was a very good skit on SNL last week. It was your Uber Eats Wrapped.
Did you see they're about to actually do it?
Oh, God, no. Nobody wants to see it.
So, yeah, it was basically like the Spotify, this is what you listen to most. SNL did a skit about Uber Eats. So it's like, you've consumed, was it $24,000 worth of chicken nuggets, that kind of stuff.
Right. Your top 3 are Taco Bell, McDonald's, if you order at 11 p.m.
I read yesterday, Uber, I guess they'd already kind of had the plan to do it, and then SNL beat them to the punch. And Uber's like, I want to say it's more like they're offering you the opportunity to say, where Spotify will tell you.
Yeah.
Uber's
they just
kind of
shove it
like,
down your
look,
throat.
we understand you might not want to know, or maybe you've been hiding crap from other people, but if you would like to know the places you frequent most, they will do it.
It seems like
you.
it would be more counterintuitive to the business model.
What do you
because
mean?
look, if I'm ordering everything at 11 o'clock, now that's in my head.
Sure.
And maybe one night I decide, you know what, man, I'm not going to do that.
I feel bad because
I'm
they
not
told
going to fall
me.
into what I normally do, and I'm not going to order from the same place I normally do. And if they have a monetary amount on that, and you're trying to budget as you go into a new year.
Oh, for sure.
You're going to be thinking to yourself, you know what, man, I should cook at home a little bit more. Or
Right.
Maybe change the things that I eat.
The problem with 11 p.m. delivery food is that process starts hours beforehand.
Right.
When you go to happy hour.
You're
Or you
not
smoke
going to
that-
make a good decision.
Right. By the time you're sitting there at 11:30 at night going,
Don't care.
It's open.
Right.
Maybe at 7 you might make a different
Right,
decision.
7 or 8, I could fathom.
Miles, here's your receipt from the year at this bar.
Like, oh my God.
No.
An itemized-
How many ounces of beer I drank, if you do it
Yeah.
that way, which equates to how many pints or whatever the deal, how much liquor I've shoved down my throat. I don't want to see that.
How many shots did you take at the bar?
I don't want to know.
Just 2.
Yeah, you got this all wrong.
This was your favorite establishment. Oh, we had a bender down in San Diego, didn't we?
Oh, man. And I get points at Sean O'Donnell. So by the end of the year, man, I'm like, free dinner on me, baby.
Like on my birthday, sometimes we'll do, like the day before, we'll do like 12. We were trying to do 12 pubs at Christmas.
Yeah.
So we kept going to all these bars. The next day, they cut off my card.
Oh.
They were like, we think there's fraud, man. And I was like, well, no, it's my birthday. I went to like, she was like,
You're a drunk.
Yeah, basically, yes.
You have a problem, sir.
All right, anyhow.
They cut you off in some strange locations.
Yeah, that and the
Your
bunny
credit
ranch.
card- Right, that's what I'm saying. Like,
And both of those people did not care for my excuses.
But you were telling the truth.
Oh, no,
did you
man,
tell
it's
me you're at the
legal.
Bunny Ranch?
I did. It was a dude. I thought he'd be like, oh, hell yeah, man. Sir, I don't care where you were. I was like, well, it just, comes out as a cash advance because it's, the Bunny Ranch. And he's like, sir, it doesn't matter. I just need to make sure it was you.
Okay.
He's going to Wednesday night mass later on, USOB. He has a family.
That would be
The
a
day
rough,
after, I flew in there on the 26th. The day after Christmas.
Day after Christmas.
that would be that'd be a rough conversation to
Happy birthday,
well, you
Jesus.
don't want to get cut off there.
No.
Of all places on this earth.
Yeah, like, no, I
That's
need
the
the
last
money.
place where you want to be cut off.
We're not going there.
Thrill, what day is it, buddy?
Tell us it. Today is Hump Day.
It is a National
Mike,
Maple
Mike,
Syrup
Mike.
Day.
The Men's Room Top 10. The Men's Room Top 10.
So given that it is National Maple Syrup Day, I decided to bring you all 10 fun facts about maple syrup.
Fun fact.
Fun facts about
Okay.
maple syrup. Because you never actually think fun with maple syrup. However,
Well-
it's where the fun is.
Okay, that's
You know what I mean? You go
that's
and
the epicenter of fun.
stack of pancakes in the morning.
Sure,
Bam,
sure.
Syrup's there to help you out. You're maybe stack of waffles in the morning. Bam, there's syrup to help you
Waffles
out.
sound good.
I think when you dip your bacon in it, it's the best.
Dip your bacon in it. It's the best. Going back to waffles.
That's a euphemism, by the way.
I was called weird for this when I met my wife. When you guys had waffles and you were putting syrup on them, did you fill the little squares with syrup, or did you just like drizzle all around?
You're talking like a big fat waffle?
I mean,
with like the big squares?
The Belgian waffle? Like Eggo, dude. I did it with Eggo.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes, not all the time. Depends on the mood I'm in.
I think the real test is, do you like your syrup hot or cold? Or room temperature?
That's a good call, too. I never really experienced hot syrup.
Well, it melts the butter.
So to me, that goes a long way on pancakes, French toast, waffles.
Damn it, Ted.
What?
We got 3 days, brother.
You said I've never experienced hot syrup. Wait, what's not that fancy?
To me, it was.
There's microwave bottle. Look, I remember when they came out with that microwave bottle. You could microwave. They could tell you when the syrup was hot. It was like, whoa,
mind blown.
It's thinner, but it's still tasty.
It can be a cough soother. Its properties can help soothe coughs and loosen mucus, acting as a natural remedy. It kind of goes hand in hand with honey on that one.
Did not realize it loosened the mucus, but I just figured the coating certainly would soothe the cough.
Sure, and if you heat it up, I would imagine that it helps kind of.
And if you're in that world, you gotta buy some molasses. I'm telling you right now, man, I've kind of substituted that a lot for honey or for maple syrup.
Really?
Molasses is the ticket.
No kidding.
It is so good.
It's very thick.
It is.
It is super thick.
It is super thick, man. The rich flavor of maple syrup comes from amino acids reacting with sugars at high heat. The Maillard reaction, I believe, is that?
Maillard, yeah.
Maillard reaction during boiling.
That's what, same thing like when you caramelize onions or brown your onions on the same reaction.
Gotcha.
The Maillard reaction, yeah.
Okay.
Basically, heat working with sugar to kind of change the taste of something.
So is that why, I did a crash diet years ago, over a decade at this point, and one of the things that you could and then not eat, you could eat raw onions, but you couldn't eat cooked onions. I said, it's the same doggone thing. I'm not cooking it in anything. I'm putting it there in the pan.
But you activated the sugars, right?
Right.
That's the difference.
My whole thought was like, the sugars are still there. It didn't conjure sugars. They're still there.
You're right.
10 fun facts about maple syrup. Long live the trees. A maple tree can be tapped for syrup for over 100 years without permanent damage.
Damn.
Often starting when it's just 20 years old.
I mean, according to us.
Yeah.
It takes a long time to get that farm started a bit.
Yeah.
Well, at least 20 years.
Yeah.
Or you can grab a 20-year-old tree.
Well, it's the same thing as agave.
Right.
I mean, if you're
does it really?
Tequila and all that. It's a cactus, man. You got to let that thing grow for a while.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
I think we should ask the trees.
But are you down with this? You okay with this?
What do they say?
Well, I mean, I guess I've been giving human syrup blood for 20 years.
Human syrup.
But it doesn't mean it doesn't hurt when she pricks me with that needle.
Human syrup.
Human syrup.
Okay.
We can tap a Ted for 100 years.
Right?
You get your human syrup for your
in theory,
pancakes.
you could tap me for human syrup as long as I live, right? You got to just give blood.
Exactly.
So I'm
Tap
saying,
like a
but it
kid.
hurts. So to act like the tree's not in pain, man, it's ridiculous.
Would you be more willing to donate blood if when they hooked you up, they actually hooked you up to a tap that they pulled it from the handle?
That would be cool.
Yeah.
The Ted
Absolutely.
handle. The Ted handle. Color equals flavor. Different colors, be it golden, amber, dark, or very dark, indicate different flavor intensities, with darker syrups having a richer taste.
I believe that. Makes sense.
Going back to the question of the day.
Back to molasses.
Where people aren't known for using a ton of flavor and spices.
I haven't known a whole lot of different intensities of maple syrup.
When you get real maple syrup from Canada,
Yeah.
and it's got like that little sticker so you know it's from a tree,
Yeah.
you could tell.
The difference is it's $15, $20 a bottle.
Yes. And it's a lot.
You can tell by just the price. It's like anything else, like good balsamic or olive
Sure.
oil.
But the taste is much different.
And the viscosity is way less.
Yeah.
Which has blown my mind. Because I grew up with, Mrs. Butterworth and the like.
Sure, yeah.
With that
Yeah.
slow drip out of there. Then all of a sudden it's like real stuff. It's like, this is soda. What is this? Let's see here. Canada's king. Canada produces about 85% of the world's maple syrup, which doesn't shock you. It's on their freaking flag.
Yeah, they're kind of owning that.
There is one portion of Canada that makes 90% of the Canadian supply. Anybody know where 90% of Canada's maple syrup comes from?
I'll say the Northeast. I'll say Quebec.
Quebec. Any other guesses?
I think it's somewhere weird like Manitoba.
Manitoba.
What province is Toronto in?
Ottawa.
Ottawa. Well, I thought Ottawa's the city. It's the capital.
There's Ottawa City, but it is Ottawa is also the province, and that's the province that Toronto's in.
I'm saying Ottawa because they're the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Miles, you hit it right between the eyes there, buddy. It is Quebec. They make 90% of the Canadian supply.
I used to spend my summers there in the Boy Scouts.
Oh, yeah. Did you really?
Yeah.
Nice. We never got to go to Canada.
Doggone it. We always
it was pretty cool. Except for the fact they hate you.
Especially as close to Canada as you were.
Yeah.
Not the miles was super far, but farther away than you are living in Seattle.
I went to Canada for band.
10
fun facts about maple syrup. It's a natural sweetener. Pure maple syrup contains antioxidants, vitamins, and minerals and has lower glycemic index than some sweeteners. I put it in doggone smoothies for the morning.
I've done it before. Yeah,
it serves as a great replacement as far as natural sweeteners go. I highly recommend it. Indigenous peoples like the Iroquois were the first to discover how to harvest and make maple syrup.
Oh, really?
Nice.
I've always wondered where that comes from. Obviously it's just sap at some point, but then you figure out maybe if we boil it, it'll taste better, and then they find that it has a very sweet property.
But there has to be someone. Like, our equivalent is like the kid that ate glue in the back of the classroom, right? Because you jammed this thing into a tree. Now, if you don't know what it is and it's just oozing out of the tree, there had to be somebody took the finger and you're like, Billy, don't.
Wow.
Hey, that's pretty good. Billy died later trying other things like that, but at least nailed syrup, right?
Sap flows during late winter and early spring when nights are freezing and the days are above freezing. It's a period called the sugaring season. So there's actually a time to harvest, just like anything else.
What if you use the same hole? Like once you,
we'll talk about sugaring and same holes.
Miles loves him a sugar hole.
In that hole.
Because they got that crank, you know what I mean? They make the hole.
Oh, they got that crank.
They plug it up, I guess, with a cork or something.
Yeah.
But you just use the same hole when you come back next season.
Does it have a sugar rim?
I think you have to change the holes.
Really?
But you just put a cork in that hole, like a wet cork?
Well, it gets tired.
Soak the cork and then put it in the hole and pull it out the next season.
A lot of sap is needed. It takes approximately 40 gallons of sap to produce just 1 gallon of syrup.
Really?
40 gallons of sap for 1 gallon of syrup. It is wild how much it takes.
That is insane.
That explains the cost.
And that'll leave you with the number one fun fact about maple syrup. Even though you all already know it, it's tree sweat. Maple syrup is made by boiling the clear sap from maple trees. Miles just goes ahead and stabs the cork in the sugar hole and just starts cranking away.
That's all right. Ted has human syrup.
Yes,
Sometimes I'll just lick the bark on the rim.
Yeah.
A man popped the hood after encountering some engine trouble, and you won't believe what he found, Miles.
What did he find?
Tell you all about it at 5:15.
I guess our headlines are coming up at 5:15. In the meantime, we made it to drinking time.
Somebody out there deserves to be recognized. And the men's room knows just who it is. So to you, we say, bottoms up, sailor. You're the toast of our shot of the day.
Drink time it is, and as usual, we head to the drink desk and Steve at Thrill Hill to find out who we're toasting.
Yes, indeed. And today, we're going to go ahead and toast the University of Washington men's soccer team, a.k.a. the 2025 national champion UW men's soccer team. So the Huskies, they toppled NC State in North Carolina 3-2 in overtime on Monday night. Now, keep in mind, they weren't even supposed to be there, according to people who get paid money to pretend to know what they're talking about. So they had to win the Pac-10 just to get into the tournament at all. And they were the underdog.
Big Ten.
Big Ten, sorry. So, you know what they did? They went ahead and they won. Then they were the underdog in every game that they played. They had 6 consecutive upset wins over a period of 21 days, 10,000 miles. These guys had to take their exams either on the bus or in the hotel. So, like, we keep winning, right? We're not going to be back on campus. But in the end, they ended up pulling off something that absolutely everyone said they could not do, which is go ahead and win the NCAA men's soccer finals. So, gentlemen, congratulations. Make sure you remember that message. No one knows what you're made of except you. And a special shout out to the head coach, Jamie Clark. That is someone who I know personally. Job well done. Just a little bit thing about Jamie. All right, so they won on Monday night. Sadly for him, there's a video going around of the team asking him to dance, which he did because that's what coaches do when they celebrate. He can't dance. He dances exactly as well as I do. But beyond that, this man wins Monday night. You got to party with the team. They fly back into Seattle last night. I see him at the kids' Christmas party. He looked like a man who maybe had partied on Monday night and just flew in, but still showed up for his younger kids' presentation at the Christmas. He's that guy, man. So, hey, congratulations, Jamie, the whole team, man. And it's very cool because you won something that everyone said it was impossible for you to do. So what do they know? Well, less than you. Remember that. So let's drink. We pour this booze and we drink this booze because we think it's yummy.
Yummy.
So over the tongue and down the throat to party in our tummies. Down the hola bichola.
All right, let's get a contestant now in line for Profile This, 206-803-ROCK. Profile This is next.
Is your business ready for what's next? Think about where you want to be in 3 years, 5 years, 10. Growth isn't about numbers. It's having the right specialist by your side. Moss Adams and Baker Tilly have joined forces to create a remarkable new organization. It's one advisory firm with resources, expertise, and vision built specifically to serve the middle market to help you get to what's next. Learn how Baker Tilly can help your business pursue its vision of success. Visit bakertilly.com/combo.
Your cold is coming! Your cold is coming! The cold season is upon us!
Oh no, I can't afford to get sick now.
When it's cold season and you feel the first sign of one coming, shorten it with Zicam, the #1 cold shortening brand.
Thanks, Revere.
We really need to keep Zicam on hand.
Shorten your cold with Zicam.
Shorten your cold at the first sign with cold shortening products from Zicam, the #1 cold shortening brand. Available in stores or see where to buy at Zicam.com.
Homes.com is the only place where you can find specialized neighborhood guides with the in-depth insider info home shoppers want. Very in-depth info. Want to know if there's homes for sale in the area? We've got it. How long has a home been on the market? We'll know it. Average lot size? Uh-huh. Proximity to local parks? Of course. Insight into your neighbor's divorce? We're working on it. Homes.com. We've done your homework.
Struggling to find something for everyone on your list? Bob's Discount Furniture can help. Shop Bob's super selection of great gifts, from deluxe dining sets with storage and nap-ready recliners with all the bells and whistles, to oh-so-soft Bob-O-Pedic sofas and beautiful budget-friendly bunk beds, all available at everyday low prices that'll keep your holiday shopping haggle and hassle-free. So stop into your nearest store, shop online at mybobs.com, and holiday the Bob's way. Oh my Bob!
This is Arc Raiders, a high-tension multiplayer extraction adventure set on a lethal future Earth. Prepare below, then venture topside into the Rust Belt, where machines known as Arc rule the surface and rival raiders are always listening. Go solo or team up in squads of 3. Scavenge, survive, and extract before everything is lost. Arc Raiders is on sale now. Available for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XS, and PC. Rated T for teen.
If you're still waiting for a sign, here's another one. At California Psychics, we reject 98% of the psychics who apply to work for us. So we only connect you with the best. That's how we can guarantee if your reading isn't life-changing, it's free. And right now, new customers receive 20 minutes for just $20. If that's not a sign, I don't know what is. Dramatic sound effect incoming. Experience the joy of certainty at CaliforniaPsychics.com.
This podcast is brought to you by Kleenex Lotion Tissues. You can't predict sick days, but with Kleenex Lotion Tissues, you can be better prepared for them while helping keep your skin healthy. Whether it's a surprise sneeze or a stuffy nose, it's always good to have something gentle on hand. Kleenex Lotion Tissues moisturize to help prevent skin irritation while you're battling those unwanted cold and flu symptoms. It's extra care when you need it most. I mean, why not have one less thing to worry about when you're not feeling your best? For whatever happens next, grab Kleenex.
Your cold is coming! Your cold is coming! The cold season is upon us!
Oh no, I can't afford to get sick now.
When it's cold season and you feel the first sign of one coming, shorten it with Zicam, the #1 cold shortening brand.
Thanks, Revere.
We really need to keep Zicam on hand.
Shorten your cold with Zicam.
Shorten your cold at the first sign with cold shortening products from Zicam, the #1 cold shortening brand. Available in stores or see where to buy at Zicam.com.
The Men's Room presents Profile This.
And Stephen Throwhook completes everyone how Profile This is played.
I sure can, Miles. It's a simple game where we share with you a real-life news story. Something that happened right here on planet Earth. Earth. And as you listen to the story, based on the stereotypes you believe to be true of people and the decisions that people make, we'll ask you what it is you think makes the story a story. Hello, Matt. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola, bichola.
Hola. All right, Matt, you understand how this here game is played?
I do indeed.
Fantastic. You have your choice today of 3 categories. Today we offer you the wonderful world of drugs. We have Bite Me. In other words, what did someone find in their food? And finally today, Hit Me with Your Best Shot, where you guess the unconventional object someone chose to use as a weapon.
Let's go with Bite Me.
Bite me.
Oh, sorry.
Just eat it. Get yourself an egg and beat it.
All right, a woman released a video that shows what she discovered just as she was about to take her first bite of her tasty Trader Joe's steak. Now, at the start of the video, she says, quote, "So I just slaved and cooked steak for the first time because I don't cook." And her plate was visible with rice, vegetables, and the steak. And she continues, quote, "Literally sweating, having a panic attack because it was like burning. And like, I just go to take a bite and I see this." She then zooms in on the offending object, clearly disturbed by what she's seeing. There's no more follow-up than that. She did threaten to sue, however. The question is, what did she discover on her Trader Joe's steak that she slaved and labored over to cook? Was it a fingernail? Was it a piece of mouse? Was it a worm? Or was it a roach? So fingernail, piece of mouse, worm, or a roach?
I have an idea, but Mike, what are you thinking?
What were the choices one more time?
Fingernail, piece of mouse, worm, or roach?
I think I got to go with fingernail.
Fingernail.
How did the steak look, Throw?
It looked fine. I mean, they give you cooking instructions. I don't know what her struggle is. She said, "I don't cook." That's fine. Follow the directions, which is what she did. She just kind of forgot about it, I think.
I'm going to go roach.
I want to go worm.
You're going to go worm.
I think it's a worm, too, man.
Matt and Ted and the worm.
Steak has worms.
Okay. What did you find in that Trader Joe's steak? Was it a fingernail, a piece of a mouse, a worm, or a roach? We'll find out next.
That was a tease.
You are listening to The Men's Room.
This podcast is brought to you by Kleenex Lotion Tissues. You can't predict sick days, but with Kleenex Lotion Tissues, you can be better prepared for them while helping keep your skin healthy. Whether it's a surprise sneeze or a stuffy nose, it's always good to have something gentle on hand. Kleenex Lotion Tissues moisturize to help prevent skin irritation while you're battling those unwanted cold and flu symptoms. It's extra care when you need it most. I mean, why not have one less thing to worry about when you're not feeling your best? For whatever happens next, grab Kleenex.
Your cold is coming! Your cold is coming! The cold season is upon us!
Oh no, I can't afford to get sick now.
When it's cold season and you feel the first sign of one coming, shorten it with Zicam, the #1 cold shortening brand.
Thanks, Revere.
We really need to keep Zicam on hand.
Shorten your cold with Zicam.
Shorten your cold at the first sign with cold shortening products from Zicam, the #1 cold shortening brand. Available in stores or see where to buy at Zicam.com.
With a detailed agent directory you won't find anywhere else, Homes.com is the only place to find the in-depth info home shoppers want. Very in-depth info. Looking for a listing agent's contact info? We've got it. The agent with the most sales in your price range? Easy. Specialized agents with all the up-to-date info on your dream neighborhood? We'll know them. A Pisces who enjoys long walks on the beach? You've got other sites for that. Homes.com. We've done your homework.
Category is Buy Me On Profile. We have a video that a woman released of her Trader Joe's steak, and something was inside of the steak when she cut into it.
That is correct.
Question is, was it a fingernail, a piece of a mouse, a worm, or a roach?
And Matt, that is the question we posed to you. You reached out to our very own Mike Hawk. Mike Hawk, you said, "You know what, man? I'm thinking fingernail." Damn, you sick bastard. Miles, you went with the roach.
Roach.
And then Matt, you agreed with D. Ted Smith. Both of you guys said you believe it's a worm. And you are correct. Now, to be fair,
You went worm first.
to be fair, no one has confirmed if it's a worm, and she hasn't done a follow-up because some people suggested it could be a piece of the rice that ended up on top of the steak because it was about the same size as a grain of rice. It's like a longer grain of rice. So she's freaking out, but they're like, some people just said, "Look, man, it looks like a slightly overcooked piece of dry rice that's on top of your steak."
The fact she even wrote out, what was it, I slaved and
slaved and labored to make this because I don't cook.
Right, so I'm like, this seems like an extreme person. So it could have been a lot.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of things.
Now for all TV news all the time, and it's time for TV Time with Team.
And now, because your pathetic life is confined to countless hours in front of a talking box, the Men's Room presents TV Time with Ted.
Wrong button.
Armageddon.
There you go.
Armageddon.
All right, your choices today, you got Stephen Colbert, Seth Meyers, The Jimmies,
Fallon and Kimmel,
Ted Smith.
Is it Ted or is it late? It's now.
It is right there. The title is, guys have teams of talents, writers, self-promoted monologues each and every night. It is up to you to determine, is this an actual late-night joke and from whom, or could it be a The Ted Smith original?
A content creator who buys abandoned luggage from airports has revealed the top item left behind by most airline passengers. And it is a shock to no one, it's their manners.
Colbert.
Fallon.
Smith! Oh,
let's go!
Well done. Well done, sir.
Switched it up, Mike. It's going to go sex toy, but it felt a little personal. A woman was reunited with her dog that went missing 5 years ago after it was found 2,300 miles away. The woman was thrilled, while the dog was like, take a hint, Helen.
Colbert.
Myers.
Fallon.
A woman just got reunited with her dog that went missing 5 years ago after it was found 2,300 miles away. The woman was thrilled while the dog was like, take a hint, Helen.
5 years?
Yeah.
That's still your dog?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Dog's like, oh, cool. Okay.
I like Michigan.
69-year-old grandmother was arrested recently in the Bahamas after she allegedly tried to reboard a Royal Caribbean cruise ship with a firearm, which is still not the worst review the improv troupe has ever got.
Colbert.
Fallon.
Myers.
A 69-year-old grandmother was arrested recently in the Bahamas after she allegedly tried to reboard a Royal Caribbean cruise ship with a firearm, which is still not the worst review the improv troupe ever got.
She must already have that thing in her purse. Can't imagine that somewhere in the Bahamas they were like, "Here, buy a gun."
I was there, she did.
I'm saying I think she already had it on her.
You think so?
Yeah.
I've been strapping the whole time, bitch. Just strapped.
A tech company is taking cockroaches, a.k.a. nature's review system, and outfitting the cockroaches with camera and tiny microphones. The company also said the bugs can be used for search and rescue missions. All right, everybody. We've been trapped in this cave for days, but I have some good news. A bunch of roaches just crawled in.
Colbert.
Yeah, Colbert.
Yeah, it's Colbert.
A tech company is taking cockroaches, a.k.a. nature's restaurant review system, and outfitting the cockroaches with cameras and tiny microphones. The company also says that the bugs can be used for search and rescue missions. All right, everybody. We've been trapped in this cave for days, but I've got some good news. A bunch of roaches just crawled in.
Sticking with news stuff that was on the TV recently. Shout out to one of the co-hosts of the podcast. We have a brand new episode out today. Cobb's Popcorn was featured yesterday on the Today Show.
And have you heard back from him since it was?
We did. We taped one last night. It's out today.
What did he say the response was? 'Cause I mean,
pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're getting some people in there.
I would
Unfortunately, that's still a pretty small operation. It's not as big as the Smith Family Popcorn. But that shop will be open. Get in there.
Yeah.
We'll pop in there next week and get some cheddar, brown butter. Those are my two go-tos.
That actually does sound really good, man.
Have you had it yet?
I've had Cobb's popcorn before, but I've not had it probably in the last 2 years.
They brought in all the bags at one point. I had a couple then.
Yeah.
All the little tiny ones.
And my wife went there a little while ago. She's like, well, I bought popcorn, but Cobb wasn't there. I'm like, well, I don't think he has to physically be there all the time, baby.
Yeah. Well, I still like when I brought in all those extra bags from an event. And somebody was like, going on and on about it. I was like, yeah, it's my buddy.
Right.
I have to explain the brand to him. All right. Got a list here of 20 most iconic Christmas movie characters.
Characters?
Right.
All right.
So this could be a lot of different people.
Does that include, like, Santa Claus, or are they saying the actor or actress that played Santa Claus?
No, the characters.
Okay. Are they taking one per movie, or are they saying, like, look, Clark Griswold, Cousin Eddie, they taking more than one character, or is it just pretty well
there you
just
go,
the main?
Miles. Clark Griswold.
I was going to say something else.
I almost said
Probably
it
get
too.
dumped.
Yeah.
He is number 15 on the list.
Okay.
All right.
I got to think. The Grinch?
So the Grinch, they say the Jim Carrey Grinch is number one.
The Jim Carrey, okay.
I was reading a couple things about that. $20 million they gave him to make that movie. And it is 25 years. And he wanted to, after the first day, he wanted to give the money back and quit the gig.
Oh, because of the makeup.
8 hours in the chair.
Think about that.
On the first day. And he couldn't breathe. They had to cut holes so he could breathe, all these different things. He was like, man.
Take the money back.
He's like, I don't want it. It's not worth $20 million.
And again, as somebody who just recently watched it, it's harsh. Like, I just don't, we knew how the Grinch was.
Right, you didn't need the backstory.
We didn't need the backstory to make him out to be this awful person. And then they basically harassed him for years.
Yeah.
And at 8 years old, they let him walk up on a hill alone. He was already one of the kids in the neighborhood.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I'm just pissed. Like, oh, let's an 8-year-old walk up a mountain and just
the Who's do.
yeah. Terrible people.
Yeah, obviously.
Let's see. So, Michael, like this one. Billy Mack from Love Actually.
I forget which one Billy Mack is.
I'm starting to wonder if you actually like this movie.
It's
you
fine.
You didn't get our coworker's outfit the other day.
I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
There's just so many people in that movie.
Yeah, I mean, look, I get the reference point of the cue cards.
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
There's like 4 of them.
Who's in the movie?
Who's in that movie? Who's in that movie? Shoot.
Is that a Hugh Grant one?
Liam Neeson's in it. Hugh Grant is in that one. Hans Gruber. Alan Rickman is in it.
Okay.
Bill Nye, I believe is how you say his name, is in it. Not the science guy.
Okay, thank you.
The guy who played Davy Jones in the Pirates of the Caribbean movies is in it. A handful of young ladies as well. I don't remember all of their names, but yeah, there's like 4 or 5 different storylines that's going on.
All right, yeah.
Are they interconnected? Or are they all separate?
No, they're interconnected in the way of their paths might cross along their stories at some point, but they're never really interacting with one another.
Okay.
No.
Let me guess. Rudolph's got to be on there.
Rudolph is number 10.
The red-nosed reindeer, not
Right.
Rudolph Johnson. That's
Well,
son of
and
a
there
bitch.
is a couple on this list that people argue whether or not they're Christmas movies, and these characters made the list.
So what's his face from Die Hard? Bruce Willis's character.
Yeah, John McClane.
John
He's number
McClane.
6 on the list.
Yeah.
He's the 20th most iconic Christmas characters from Christmas
All right.
films.
How about, Billy Bob Thornton as Bad Santa?
Oh, strong call.
Willie T. Stokes.
Is that the name of the Santa Claus?
Yeah.
Willie T. Stokes.
Yeah.
Willie T. Stokes. Okay.
That fits the character.
All right, there's one more in that realm. If we've been talking about this movie, there was a couple of them. Don't feed them after midnight.
Oh, Gremlins. Was it Gizmo?
Gizmo.
Stripe.
Gizmo
They
made
went
it.
Gizmo? Oh.
Yeah, he made the list at number 9.
Stripe was the real star of that. Let's face it, man.
Is that the evil one?
Yeah, like that's the one you paid attention. Like Gizmo, we got it. Got his deal. I told you not to get me wet after midnight. You sexy son of a bitch. But then you did, right? But after that, like you just checked in, he was still just a good Mogwai. Is that what they're called? But like Stripe was the one you paid attention to. Stripe was why the movie was entertaining. Stripe was up to no good. I mean, he caused all the chaos. I get he's a bad guy, but like he was the Darth Vader. You're the interesting one. Gizmo was Luke Skywalker. Like, yeah. I know you're nice. You don't do anything.
Nobody's rooting for you.
Well,
Yeah.
And I think we're
Till
all
the end.
all a bit gremlin. Like, I'm guilty of both.
I'm 1/16th gremlin on my father's side, yes.
But I could tell.
Yeah.
But it's good advice. Don't eat and don't go swimming after midnight.
You think that's the overall parable there?
That's what I think
Hey,
it is. You don't want to be eating late at night. Get out of the
man.
pool.
If they updated it, you think about like, don't text after midnight.
Right?
Gizmo send a nude photo.
Gizmo can't. Don't let him text after midnight.
Oh, gremlins show up.
Right. He sent a D-pic. Of course he did. It's
The
Gizmo.
gremlins
It's
are
after
here.
midnight. Frosty from Frosty the Snowman made the list. Ralphie from A Christmas Story.
Sure.
Not Ralphie the bison down in Colorado.
Yeah.
Macaulay Culkin. Home Alone.
Oh, good call.
Kevin McAllister.
Yeah.
He's on the list. Let's see. George Bailey makes the list. It's a Wonderful Life.
Yes. Okay. I was like, why do I know the name?
Jack Skellington, Nightmare Before Christmas.
Okay.
And then Ebenezer Scrooge in an adaptation of A Christmas Carol.
Did they say which one or just because there was Scrooged, which is the one that people
Bill
go on
Murray.
about all the time?
My
right?
bad. Any adaptation
Okay.
of A Christmas Carol. The other ones are pretty specific. Like The Grinch is Jim Carrey, not just the cartoon Grinch.
You know what I
which-
like about all that? You know, you have all these Christmas movies, and inevitably, the Mickey Mouse of Christmas is Santa Claus. He's not on the list.
You know what? I misspoke. Technically, Kris Kringle is on there from Miracle on 34th Street.
Okay. Is that the Santa? Right, that's the one
I don't think Kris Kringle and Santa Claus are the same person.
You ever
Santa's
seen them in the
Santa's-
same room together? I haven't.
Santa's on his own. He's on his own planet.
I'm with you. Right. You would think number one on the list would just be Santa from any of the Santa
Movies
Christmas
that involve
movies.
Santa, yes.
But he's not really cool.
That's what I'm saying. He's like the Mickey Mouse.
He's decent.
For Disney. You know,
I mean, he wasn't the best in Rudolph.
no, he's kind of a D-bag in Rudolph. Maybe he was having a bad night. I don't know. It's like, even you're making fun of this kid? Come on, Santa.
Well, look, when you work one day a year, That's a lot of pressure. That's a hell of a schedule, but I can imagine where you got a little upset there and a little off track. That's kind of a weird one. Former Jeopardy champ was arrested for 2 felony charges of peeping.
I saw that. Huh. And you know what's terrible? I saw a picture of the guy, and I'm like, he looks like... I don't necessarily think I would meet him on the street and say, that guy is a peeping Tom. But when I saw his picture, I'm like, I'm not shocked.
Is this like looking through the window thing or what camera thing? What is he doing?
Allegedly installing camera into someone's bathroom without their knowledge.
Oh,
come on, Jeopardy champ.
He had walked away. He's a development engineer from Raleigh. Walked away with $44,000 over 2 victories in November.
Our cameras.
Yeah, exactly. Look at that little tiny camera. I can afford it now.
Also, like, I don't know, you got an extra 44 G's. Like, go to a strip club. You can see all the naked women you want.
So get a hooker.
Well, I was trying to keep it legal. He's in North Carolina.
Go to the money ranch, right?
You're right.
There you go. You got the money.
Yeah.
Go to a brothel, man.
You can do a lot of stuff. But either way, it's just weird. Like, you got arrested peeping?
Yeah.
Like you're a Jeopardy champ.
Because they all come off as nerdy for the obvious reason. They're way smarter than we are. That's just not what you picture.
Quick little sports thing. Last night, the New York Knicks won the NBA in-season tournament.
Yeah.
Right? And as a soccer fan, I just want to explain this to people because everybody's freaking out. Everybody's like, it's a fake trophy, this and that. Look, they won the in-season tournament, okay? It's basketball. Much like soccer, you can play multiple games in a week, right? Football, you can't do this stuff because you only play one football game in a week, and that's pushing it, right?
Yeah.
The Seahawks are freaking out because they got to play Thursday. So people are like, does that mean there's 2 champions? Like, no. Right? Like, you can win, like, let's look at the Sounders, right? They only won the League's Cup last year, but they didn't win the MLS. There's only one MLS champion. So you could win other tournaments within the season.
Correct.
They're simply trying to draw up interest, and frankly, this happens a lot. Again, in soccer.
Well, it also happens in football. You could play in the Sugar Bowl and then play in the next week in the national championship game. So you could be the Sugar Bowl champion or the whatever, Fiesta Bowl.
Well, now you can.
Yeah.
Correct. But I'm just saying, traditionally, football is just a week-by-week game.
Right.
You have playoffs, you have one champion. Whereas, like soccer and basketball in other countries, you can have multiple tournaments. Hell, baseball.
Well, college has been doing it forever. You can win the Maui Classic or.
Thank you. Right,
We've
seen. Right, you've seen it forever. Right,
How
they
about
just did it.
Golf and tennis.
Yeah,
you can win the Grand Slam. You can win 2 of the 4. I mean, like, right? They're in these massive tournaments all freaking year, man.
Yeah. So I just want to clear that up for people. You don't have to be confused or whatever. It's like it's not the NBA title. Everybody gets it, but also let the Knicks have some fun. They won a tournament. They won a trophy. You want to win something, and they haven't won anything in years. Let them enjoy it. Let the kids have fun.
Thank you, Tim. We appreciate it. You're listening to the Men's Room.
Men's Room returns with Miles and Thrill. Now, let's see what's happening in the real world.
All right, here we go to Colorado, where residents fight to keep their inflatable 27-foot-high toy. Meanwhile, a man opens the hood of his car and finds an animal that I'd like to destroy. LA woman not happy that an Amazon driver stole her cat. A stowaway was found in an airplane that turned out to be a rat. Into Australia, where a koala bear rides the bus. It is time for your headlines.
Now, it's time to hit the headlines. Here's my car.
Top story, we go to Tennessee, where you have to be on alert for stowaways. A man was driving his SUV one day when he started smelling something off. After a couple of days, the smell did not go away, and he made an appointment to bring his car to his local dealership service shop. The day before his appointment, he decided to take a peek under the hood for good measure, and he immediately found the problem: a massive yellow python that was coiled up around his car battery.
Surprise!
Hello. It's believed that the animal is an escaped or released pet, as they're not native to the area, and it sought shelter under the hood from the cold conditions. Unfortunately, the python had perished by the time that he was found, and it was removed. Fortunately.
Yeah, I'll just say I'm okay with it.
Locals are using this as a reminder to that double checking for unexpected passengers is not a bad idea. Yeah, as much as I'm okay with snakes in the same way that I'm okay with spiders, which is you stay over there, I stay over here, we're good.
Sure.
But if I open up my hood and you're under there, you're officially in my space, and you're gonna get karate chopped.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't have a problem with snakes, but if I open the hood to my vehicle and it's there, I'm happier if it's dead.
Especially if it's that big.
And it's a python.
Right. God. Fun times. In other news, to Colorado, where justice has been served, a couple spent the last year saving up their money to finally afford an adornment to their home: a 28-foot inflatable Santa Claus that now greets the passing traffic. Folks enjoyed the giant inflatable for a short period of time before the couple received a letter in the mail from the HOA.
Uh-oh.
They were informed that the Santa was too tall to the point that it violated local ordinance, threatening fines if they did not promptly take down the inflatable. Word got around town that Santa was being removed, and it had the opposite effect of what the HOA wanted. The neighborhood united, with one even putting up a massive inflatable of his own to challenge the HOA. Petitions were signed, public protests ensued, letters to the management, and all that. To the point that a member of the HOA's upper management reached out to the couple to admit, yeah, we made a mistake. The inflatable's not a violation. You're good to keep Santa out throughout the season.
So it's not that they said go ahead and do it. It's that it wasn't even a violation.
Yeah,
we're just bitching because we're those types of people in the first place.
Correct.
I don't like it. We should take it down.
Yes.
Make up a rule.
Right? And like I understand
It's Santa.
Exactly. And it's for a month.
Correct.
Maybe two if you're a Halloween person.
They're in the darkest times of the year. Literally.
Yeah.
Right.
That's part of the reason we put up the lights. Let the giant Santa stay up.
Correct.
And I wish we put up lights more of the year.
And I understand.
I agree.
That's a benefit of having an HOA is that everybody's home looks to an acceptable condition. You know, our neighborhood looks nice because all of our lawns are mowed, all of our stuff is updated.
But they're about uniformity. Not obviously you want places to look good. That's fine, but it's the uniformity that I have an issue with.
I disagree. It should be about, is everybody in the neighborhood okay with the condition of everybody else's house?
Sure.
Do you feel like you're in the neighborhood that you belong in? Santa being over there, don't care.
Don't care.
Let him stand.
Because it's Christmas time.
That's right.
That's all.
That's what we
I
do.
understand their motivation to put up Santa in December.
Right.
Right. Look, again, right? If you had him up in July, I could be like, all right, it's
Dude, come
Santa,
on.
but like, it's July.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's Christmas. That's all.
This is his time to shine.
Yeah.
I don't
If
get
you
it.
added a little blue to him,
Papa
be up,
Smurf.
well, you could be up at the 4th of July. It's red, white, and blue now.
Red, white, and blue.
Okay, I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Santa, blue strap Santa.
Yeah, it's Ben Franklin now.
Ben Franklin.
Just keep changing it.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Oh, jeez. A flight from Amsterdam to Aruba was the source of a little buzz after someone found a stowaway halfway through the flight. Halfway through, a massive rat was spotted in the cabin. This would normally constitute some sort of an emergency landing to eradicate the rodent and clean the plane, but given their position and the real impact of the animal, they elected to continue on to Aruba.
What if so the rat was initially from Amsterdam?
Yes.
I don't blame the guy. I'm going to Aruba.
Hell yeah, dude. After landing, that's where it abandoned the original plan of continuing on to one of the Caribbean islands. It was supposed to be a bouncer. It's not a nonstop flight. It's stopping real quick to I think refuel and just regroup in Aruba before making it over to one of the islands that's over there. They elected to ground the plane until it was thoroughly cleaned. The airline provided overnight accommodations and alternative flights for passengers.
Probably be Bonaire or Curacao.
I'd be okay with that.
Yeah.
Like, do not make an emergency landing, man. Let's just get to where we said we're going.
I'm in Aruba.
It's not a tiger. It is a rat.
Correct.
Right?
Horrible story out of Los Angeles. A family is distraught after the family pet went missing. It took them a couple days to realize that their cat Piper was MIA, but they didn't have the answer to a possible hiding spot until they checked their doorbell camera footage. An Amazon Flex driver had made a delivery one night, taking a photo of their package to show that it had been delivered, and then turned his attention to Piper. She's next to the porch as the delivery is made and has a short interaction with the driver, who ends up giving her a couple pets before grabbing her by the scruff and whisking her away into the night. Since then, the family tried contacting Amazon, who identified the driver but couldn't get in touch with him, and have put it in the hands of local authorities. They're asking anyone with information to come forward.
Why would you want someone else's cat?
I know.
I mean,
don't steal somebody else's cat.
Yeah.
Come on.
It's a cat, man. You can get a cat at the shelter. If you really want a cat, go adopt a cat.
Right.
Damn.
She's kind of mad because it's like, I know you know who this guy is. Give us some information so we can go try. He stole my cat.
Right.
It's a third party. We can't, come on. We can do a little bit more here.
You're
They stole my
freaking
cat.
Amazon. You can put Katy Perry on a goddamn rocket and send her ass into space, but you can't track down somebody that works for you. That's what you're telling me?
But just in case those stories left a bad taste in your mouth.
Thankfully, there's good news.
We go to Australia, where a local has been saved. A local bus driver was going about his day when he noticed somebody darting through traffic, a koala that appeared to lose his way. The driver got to the animal just as he was starting to climb a metal light pole on the median, fearing that he would fall. He covered its head with a jacket and brought it onto the bus. Now, local officials don't recommend handling koalas unless you're trained, advising to just keep them in a safe, dark location. Basically, like throw a laundry basket with a blanket over him. until officials arrived to help. Adding that on a local bus was actually the perfect spot. It's dark, it's quiet, it's cold, it's a good temperature.
They must have different buses over there.
The koala found a comfortable spot climbing on various grab handles of the bus until officials arrived to bring him to a safer location.
They really do look like the little koala you'd put on your pencil as a kid.
They do.
Like with the clasped hands, you know.
He was happy as a clam, just sitting there like, all right, I'm good over here. This will be fun. Benjamin Sports, you got college football on ESPN, college hoops on FS1, Big Ten, and CBS Sports. There's also pro basketball on NBA Network and hockey over on TNT. As far as your weather, I hope you enjoyed today, because that's all we're going to get. We got steady showers all night long into tomorrow, where they are predicting rain and a high of 52. Stay dry, stay safe. That is it for headlines. With that, Mike Hakaza.
Thanks, sir. Appreciate it. We'll see you next time for the final big dummy of the year. It's also Codes for Kids Day.
Yes.
Please donate now at KISW.com. The lovely Jolene's coming up in seconds.
Yes, indeed. It's all true. But in the meantime, well, we be all about this bitch. So until tomorrow, please do what you do best. And for Letha's sake, stay beautiful.
The Men's Room has been taped before a live studio audience. Wardrobe and makeup provided by Mantastic Limited. This has been a presentation of the Men's Room Radio Network. Oh, man! A Double Flush production.
This podcast is brought to you by Kleenex Lotion Tissues. You can't predict sick days, but with Kleenex Lotion Tissues, you can be better prepared for them while helping keep your skin healthy. Whether it's a surprise sneeze or a stuffy nose, it's always good to have something gentle on hand. Kleenex Lotion Tissues moisturize to help prevent skin irritation while you're battling those unwanted cold and flu symptoms. It's extra care when you need it most. I mean, why not have one less thing to worry about when you're not feeling your best? For whatever happens next, grab Kleenex.
Your cold is coming! Your cold is coming! The cold season is upon us!
Oh no, I can't afford to get sick now.
When it's cold season and you feel the first sign of one coming, shorten it with Zicam, the #1 cold shortening brand.
Thanks, Revere.
We really need to keep Zicam on hand.
Shorten your cold with Zicam.
Shorten your cold at the first sign with cold shortening products from Zicam, the #1 cold shortening brand. Available in stores or see where to buy at Zicam.com.
With comprehensive reports on local schools you won't find anywhere else, Homes.com is the only place to find the in-depth info home shoppers want. Very in-depth info. Curious about where a school ranks in the state? Look no further. Percentage of teachers in their first or second year? We've got it. Lowest student-teacher ratio? No problem. The best cafeteria lunch in the district for your 9-year-old food blogger? Would it surprise you if we said yes?
Homes.com. We've done your homework.
Health insurance rates in America are surging, leaving millions without affordable options. But Christians don't need to waste money on a broken system. Christian Healthcare Ministries is an alternative to health insurance at half the cost. With CHM, fellow believers contribute monthly to help pay each other's medical bills while lifting one another up in prayer. It's financial and spiritual support when you need it most. Join CHM today by visiting chministries.org/solution. That's chministries.org/solution.
This is Arc Raiders, a high-tension multiplayer extraction adventure set on a lethal future Earth. Prepare below, then venture topside into the Rust Belt, where machines known as Arc rule the surface and rival raiders are always listening. Go solo or team up in squads of 3. Scavenge, survive, and extract before everything is lost. Arc Raiders is on sale now. Available for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XS, and PC. Rated T for Teen.